what's going on? Happy Mother's Day. So for Mother's Day, we decided we're going to talk about Star Wars because that's what every mother loves, is first appearances of High Republic versus the other first appearance of High Republic. Also, we're going to review Young Jedi, something about no mothers are watching. And we're going to talk about comic books and then give you some news of nerdom. So, yeah, we got that going on today, so that's good. Hey, just to let you know, both Jedi Johnson and Pete have been suspended because this is what we're not going to do here. We're not going to subjugate people to seeing us try to rank female Ewoks sexiness here. We don't do that here, man. Okay? Number two, female robots, we're not having those conversations. If you want to like subjugate yourself to that type of content, go someplace else. We don't subjugate that. All right. First off, it's very offensive anyways. I don't know where you nerds get off doing this type of stuff. And third off, it's also, there's a huge incel community to YouTube. It's very offensive to them. Okay. So please knock it off that. I was offended too. Wayseeker?
Yeah, totally. Couldn't sleep.
Good.
Couldn't sleep.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't believe they would do something like that. Ranking a female Ewoks? Are you out of your mind? And then what? After we already banned Pete, that Jedi has to come over the top with the sexiest bots. He wants to do a sexiest bots calendar. Are you kidding me? What is this? That's not what we do here, especially on George Lucas's birthday. So.
And they were all Sabe bots. That was the other
weird
thing.
Was creepy.
Yeah, that
was so
the whole
creepy.
thing. That's
he's really
thing.
bad now because we are going to be reviewing Vader. Spoiler, actually good this week. So there you go. That's what they get for that. Let's say hi to everybody in the chat real quickly. GT, Key Comics. He's giving us the hi, the thumbs up. He's getting here before everybody. Then he's giving us the thumbs up and the hi, and then he's giving us the thumbs up. So there you go. Ruben, what do we got? Mother's Day, Lucas's birthday, and Dark Side True. Does it get any better than this? Not on a Sunday. Tommy. Ooh. Is that Thrawn Row? What is that? Is that a sexy Thrawn or a sexy Row? I don't know.
That's a row. That's a row.
Is that a row? Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think Thrawn had that.
No.
That outfit. Yeah.
I don't think Row has that out. I mean, I like the drawing either way. Star Wars Sunday, Dark Side Crew. Have a good show, fellas. Looking forward to this one. Okay, so it's got to be. I would assume that's a row. You'll enjoy this one. First appearance, first full appearance. We're not going to go all over that. Yeah. You can watch the other videos for that we have up. Happy Mother's Day to you all mothers out there. Peace. 3 dudes. None of us are mothers, but thank you for that, Sticks. Saying hi for the algorithm. Who was Star-Lord talking about 45-year-old mowing the lawn?
Is that like get off my lawn type of deal?
Yeah.
Might be. Make sure you check out the new show, Get Off My Lawn, on Friday nights. Ronnie, 1 year ago, I found this show. What a rabbit hole I would go. I bet I have more different Star Wars comics than Dom has Funkos or Wayseeker has Beanie Babies. Love
I
you
don't
guys.
know about that. Anything but Santa, it's fair game.
Jedi and Dom show is great. Good job. Yeah, check that out on Friday. Hello, Jeffrey Drake. Hello. Wayseeker actually collects Beanie Babies. I thought the guys are. No,
you see?
As long as it's not Santa Claus. No Santa Claus.
Okay.
If you send me a Santa Claus,
It's okay.
you're suspended.
What's up, everyone? Who's ready for Star Wars this week? What's up, John? What do we got here? Pops and Comics. Hey, guys. Hey. Eric. Hi. And then Ed's rolling on the ground. Okay, who else do we got? No, Jedi. I'm gone. Okay, cool. Hey, we only rank 60 kinds of. We did that one. Holy shit. And spices.
My Bargain Comics has been suspended since then, I think. So
he has not been allowed back since that fucking thing, dude. Yeah, right. Hi, what's up, fellas? What's going on, man? Good stuff today. Wookie 19. What's up, Dark Side Crew? What's up, Wookie? Not only is it Mother's Day, it's also wedding anniversary. Oh, there you go. It's a double whammy today.
it's expensive pocketbook day right there.
There you go.
I have one. I have like 3 things on one weekend, but whatever. All right. So this started.
Do you buy something for Mother's Day for your wife?
What do you think?
I know because you don't like to buy presents.
No, that's not true.
You're cheapskate. I don't know. I think Marco's like no.
No, I'm cheap. No, hold on. Let's talk about how I'm cheap. I'm a different type of cheap. I'm cheap when it comes to myself, right? Like I was just thinking this because I walked up someplace and I was like, and the way they reacted, I was like, holy shit, man. Like it was broke people who thought they had money but didn't. And I was like, oh, they think I'm like the gardener here. Like this is funny. So but no, for like that, like, yeah, no, my wife, I got a what did I get? So the kids helped buy this like $160 ultra titanium hair thingamabobber. I don't know, straighten your hair. Then some other like stuff like that, and then what else did I get her? I got her the single barrel Belvini, the Scotch.
Oh,
You know that one? I got her
yeah.
like the like 24-year-old, and then and then of course I cooked breakfast. I did bacon, but I cooked a lot.
Nice.
I did an omelet, a couple omelets for the kids, and then I did crab legs for dinner and garlic toast and that type of stuff. Oh yeah, and then I cooked something different for the kids.
That's why Marco couldn't read a book right there.
There you go.
Cook all day.
I did. I cooked a lot today. Fuck, I was cooking all day. But yeah, so last week we were talking about, and kind of the week before we were kind of talking. Wayseeker was saying like, "Hey, didn't you like this character?" And because we had a High Republic book come out a week, and I was like, "Yeah," but I kind of fell off. So we're deciding this week to do like first appearance versus. So it's going to be a little bit interesting, but we're going to go to some of the first appearance lists from Phase 1 and Phase 2, and have them kind of go head to head, and have the chat kind of help us out, which one they like better, which book they like better, which characters they like better, that type of way stuff, and see how that goes. And Dom, what are you excited about, Dom? Did you have something to say? I thought you were picking something up there.
No, I was just fixing my books. I'm just excited the fact that that if it was a light week in Star Wars, which was pretty good. Got to read stuff. It wasn't that much stuff in the news either. It was a lot of it was kind of a quiet week.
There's a lot of stuff on sale,
yes,
by the way, which is nice, which is good. It's good to see. I mean, we can talk about that later, but it's good to see stuff going back on sale. Been on spa all day and having all my mothers hang out. I stuck with the kids and have to watch the show. Okay, that's rough. AOA, what's good? Only Bright. Get off my lawn was on Lopez was on Get Off My Lawn.
No,
The Only Blight. I don't know.
Oh,
by law.
Maybe he was in chat.
Oh, he's probably in chat doing something.
Chat. He was in chat.
Yeah.
Don't tell me he's doing that Oklahoma thing.
He was in chat. He was just talking.
Oh, okay.
He was talking about something. I can't remember, but he was in the chat. But it was all
right.
It wasn't.
AOA, remember, doesn't AOA have? I thought AOA had. Doesn't AOA have the crank or whatever they have? You can mute them, I think. I don't know. Whatever. All right, let's get into news.
All right, news. Let's
News.
go.
News.
Right now, surprising news. Not at all. But Dave Filoni was talking, as he always likes to do, and he revealed that Thrawn will be this period's big bad. One of the things I did find interesting is he keeps referencing Heir to the Empire.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's read the new books. Like, I think he's really focusing Thrawn on the old Thrawn and not.
I'm not sure. I'll be honest. I heard some of his references too. I'm not sure he read the old books. I think he went to Wikipedia. No, I'm not lying. Like, I'm not.
I think he did when he was a kid, but you might not remember.
I think his older brother read it to him maybe when he was a kid. That could be it. His older brother could have, because he always tells that story about him and his older brother. His older brother picked it. So that could be it. His older brother could have read it like a kid, and he now, 30 years later, is trying to repeat stuff that he thinks was going. I'm not sure he knows what's going on. I'm not sure he knows Age of the Empire either, though. Like, with some of the shit he's saying, it's a little. This is kind of where we've been slowly getting off the train. Is like, it's like even the guy that voiced Darth Maul in the series that he did in Rebels was like, like we all know that famous line, right? The interview where the dude's like, I had to tell Filoni, like, yo, bro, he, Padme and
They met. Yes.
Yeah. They met. They ate dinner with each other. Like he didn't know that. He's like, oh, okay. Like, and it's getting to be a problem here. I'm kind of intrigued, like you are when you see a fucking car stuck on a railroad track, and you're too far away to help the people get out, and you see the train coming to see if they're going to be able to push the car out of the way and get off the track, or if they're going to get slaughtered at this point. Because this is what it's looking like. It's either he's going to clear the track, or people are going to die.
Yeah. No.
And it does not look good for people getting out of the way.
It's just really hard for me because I love the new Thrawn books, and I love how he's not really a villain. Like, he's a chiss, and like it's all about the chiss. So like, I don't know how you can make him be the villain of this New Republic era when like his intentions are just so different from the book. So I just think he can't tried to bring them two together.
But you know what? Do you think that it's a smoke and mirror type thing? You think there's somebody else that's going to be in the shadows?
I'm saying I'm not quite sure I'm Dom. I'm not disagreeing with you on this, but it's for a different reason. I'm not quite sure with what he said. He remembers what I'm telling you is I'm not quite I'm not. It's like, hey, who's the dude that played Kanan?
Oh, figured
Freddie Prinze Jr. Remember, he was all drunk talking shit, and you're like, I'm not quite sure you understand how Star Wars fucking works.
Yeah.
This is one right here where I think Dave does know kind of how Star Wars works, but I'm thinking, like, I remember going and watching, what the hell was it? Oh, you know which movie it was? I must have watched it a ton of times when I was a kid. What's the one where they got the little spiky thing that the guy throws in the air? And it was almost like Conan, but it wasn't Conan, right? And they stick their hands into the thing. I think bites it if it's poisonous or not. Do you remember this? This was around that same year. Okay, well, whatever the movie was, I thought that movie was Conan, and then I went and watched Conan, and it wasn't Conan, and then I went and watched the one where it was, where he had like the star that ended up getting spikes, and he could.
Mark Singer, was it the friggin' with the two ferrets? It's the
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
and
it wasn't that. I'm like, oh shit, these are two completely different fucking movies. But as a kid, I thought it was the same shit.
Or, you know what I mean?
No, where was yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, Crawl. Yeah, Crawl. Yep. Thanks, guys. That's exactly what it is. And I thought that was Conan, and it's not. Conan the Barbarian, and it's not. But you see what I'm saying? And I think that's where Dave is. I think he remembers it as something, and it's like, oh shit, maybe you should go back and read those books because I don't think you know what you think you know you're talking about.
Well, listen, we're gonna find out soon. When he starts making the movie, we're gonna find out what the hell the movie is gonna be about.
Well, it's going to be about. Well, we know it's going to be about Thrawn, but like
I know it's going to be about Thrawn, but is he going to
remember? This is the guy that promised us when they went out into space. He said, "I know exactly where they are and what they're doing," and then 5 years later said, "I have no fucking clue where they are and what the fuck they're doing."
Well, look, it's either going to be a mashup of Herald of the Empire or a mashup of the new books. It's going to be.
I have no idea.
It's just it intrigues me but scares me at the same time.
It should scare you.
Yeah. I'm not. It's
it should scare you. All right, Kathleen Kennedy. Said that what TD's script is 2/3 of the way done, and so everybody was freaking out about this being the next movie. She's like, the script's not done yet, So you all would think like this movie's coming, but I haven't even seen the script, the complete one yet. So don't you worry about that yet. So she's like, he wants to get it right, but he's really slow. So it's not coming.
The thing that makes me laugh is that she turned around and was talking about she wants to make a movie an event, right? Every 2 to 3 years or whatever that he wants to show up to do James Bond, and she says that it's not going to come out every year. All these movies.
No, hold on. No. We reviewed. No, the headline had said two different things than what was in that article. First off, so you're saying what the headline said. You're not saying what the article said. But go ahead, keep going.
I'm just saying the fact is that she's. Still, all these movies are on the board to come out. Are they going to come out as events on Disney Plus? Or are they going to come out in events?
Definitely not going to be coming out as events on Disney Plus.
No. Here's the thing, Dom. I think she's this way. We're like, she will greenlight 10 scripts, realizing that they're probably only going to move forward with 1 or 2 of them. So, like, that's fine.
It's her job to keep Star Wars. It's her job to keep Star Wars entertainment in the news because if it is, she sure is keeping it in the news.
She does a good job with that.
She does a really good job at what her job is. She actually does.
Yeah. So I don't think just because it's on the books means it's going to happen. It just means we want a script. I think they want scripts.
She had that one dude write a script. He turned it in. She said, "Fuck you. It sucks. See you later. We're not doing that." So like. Why wouldn't you? No, hey Dom, it's actually 100% what you've been asking for. You've been asking for them to get more scripts in, and if they suck, say get the fuck out of here, and have scripts that are good. So this is actually good news for you.
Yeah. It just means that there's a lot of bad ones. We know that. That's Hollywood.
Was it the last week? I actually was sitting down watching the video game movies, like the movies that they put together from the video games. Like the squadron, what's the name?
Hey Joe.
The Stormtroopers, the squadron that they have, the one that's fighting in the Bounty Hunter book now.
Oh yeah.
The Inferno Squad.
Inferno Squad. I was watching that, which I thought was pretty cool. that the new characters and how they put Luke in there for a little bit, and it's basically new characters. And then, like I said, I watched the Jedi Survivor. The video game movies really have a lot in depth. There's a lot, and watching the Inferno Squad, how it transformed from the original Star Wars trilogy, going into the New Republic to the New Order. You know, with Kylo Ren and stuff like that. It's very interesting how they
she's not creating anything. Yeah, she is not creating anything.
There's great stories. Read the book that we were supposed to review tonight that hopefully we get to tomorrow or next week. It is a great book. It's one of my favorite books. Kathleen Scott did a great job with this book, Path of Vengeance. Like, there are great Star Wars stories, but that doesn't mean they're always going to make good movies. A good story doesn't make a good movie always, because you only got an hour and 45 minutes.
The whole as soon as you make that book to a movie too, you right off the bat, you're going to get more bitching than already.
Yeah,
because it's not the book.
It's different.
The one thing I can honestly say that I'm looking forward to be honest with you,
she's not poor though. Anyway, she's rich as shit.
That I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we're going to get new villains in the new movie with Rey. That there'll be new villains, a new antagonist. I'm hoping that there's nothing from original. I want brand new stuff.
Dom. They haven't even written the outline for the new Rey.
They have written the outline. That's not true.
They said it wasn't finished. They haven't written the outline.
The outline is finished.
They said it was going to be done in 3 weeks or so. Okay, and right now, what Tiki's seeing here was supposed to be done 2 years ago, and he's still only 2/3 done. So I'm not, until they say there's an outline done, I'm not believing it's done. Wayseeker, can you find anywhere where it says the outline is actually done?
No, but
you cannot. Can you?
I have
faith.
You
cannot. Can you?
No. You can't.
See, you're rooting down here, though. Dom, what we're saying is, don't get the hopes up of a new villain. They don't even have the fucking outline done yet.
Well, you know what? Listen, I need some kind of hope, because I'm like in that spell last week. Like, it's just one of those things where I'm really, like, I am upset. I am, but I have to look at the fact. I talked to friends in the comic store this week when I went to the comic store, and they actually opened my eyes to some things. And it's like, I understand what they're doing as a company, because, they want to get away from the original trilogy because they want their own thing. But at the same time, it's the original trilogy that brings us back.
But it doesn't bring a lot of people back. I understand you're an old man, Dom.
Thank you, Wayseeker. I appreciate it.
You're an old man, and unfortunately,
get off my lawn.
More people probably resonate these days with 1, 2, and 3 than 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, they do, flat out. Yeah, absolutely.
So I get that.
Yes, I want to start killing movie. Yes, I do.
I get that. I'm just saying, you're an old man. You got to realize that. All right. So one of the other things we talked a lot about in chat this week was, last week we talked about how Gilroy was going to stay on and do casting and all.
Oh yeah, stuff. You two guys, you would fucking. This is why JJ's not allowed on the show. JJ is anti-labor. He hates people who work for money. If you have a job and you work, he thinks you're overpaid. He thinks that you should not be paid anything above minimum wage and have absolutely no benefit. I'm the only business owner here, and I'm saying, hey guys, you should pay the labor, like, because I pay my labor. Like, if I can't, then I don't do the job. But like, pay the labor. I have to fight for a guy. I'm management screaming, pay labor, and he's going, fuck, pay me no minimum wage. That's the highest. If you could pay him under the table, half minimum wage, even better. And then complains that the content's shit. Yeah, you don't pay the people. You don't pay for talent. Guess what you get? Dog shit. You cannot come in here and say, this is the only argument I have. You can't come in here and say every written script that they have is shit. Does he not? Everything they have is shit. Bad writing, horrible writing, horrible writing, horrible writing. Hey dude, pay some good writers. Fuck that. Don't pay them. Fucking pay them. They can write under the table. Have the directors write for free. Hey, listen, don't pay them that shit.
Star Wars movie? Seth MacFarlane. Get Seth MacFarlane to do a Star Wars movie.
Oh my gosh.
Don't pay them anything.
So Gilroy is stopped completely. He got called out by the writer's strike. He got called out by the co-chair and some other writers and said, you can't keep doing stuff. We know that you're going to go back in there and, change the script if you need to, if you're on site. And so it was pretty
Yeah,
much.
which is what he was doing. It's like not a big deal that he's like, I think JJ's like, well, they're just bullying him because he's going to go in and change the script. They know it. Come on, let's not play games. He's not just going to sit there and go,
That sucks. That sucks.
Sucks.
Maybe I should just let it go.
That sucks. Let's keep moving on and waste more money. There's no way when it's costing you like $1 million a day, they're not just going to let you go. Oh, that sucks. Next. No, you're going to have script writers fix it and change it. They're not letting you do that, dude. That's not, dude. Hey, you know what? Go ahead. Let him go back out there and do it. No script changes. Charge him $2 million for every time he even fucking crosses off a line. $200, $2 million, $2 million. Do that. See how that's See how the next Endor comes out, right? See how it comes out. I'm just telling you. You don't want to pay for quality labor. You're going to have shit products. We're getting shit products. Maybe we should pay for quality labor. Just saying.
Yeah,
I don't understand how that's a hard concept.
We might get delays on Andor.
You got all this
reality
money
too.
All this money that's going out to stupid things. We could pay. You could pay them a little bit more money.
We could also pay more for Disney Plus because Disney Plus is pretty cheap.
Yeah,
Disney Plus. Look, they're gonna put everything's gonna be in one package now, which
you don't have to. You don't have to do that again.
No, now it's gonna be part of the package. Hulu and all that stuff. So it's gonna be.
They don't know. They can't figure that out until they. Hulu's not completely owned by Disney, so they got to figure that part out too.
Yeah,
they're working on it. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll see if that affects delays of any kind. But
hey, Burger King, he got it. JJ's eating pizza with a fork and a knife. Absolutely, dude. That's what he does.
I mean, what would you rather have? What would you rather do? Eat pizza with a fork and knife, or eat ramen all day like Pete? So, this is what we got on the show.
That is tough.
That's another reason why Pete's out of here. Better writers. We need better writers. You know what I'm saying? He's on strike, and he's suspended at the same time.
Yeah. All right,
guys, we're telling jokes here. We're not going to start trying to cost JJ. Slow down. Slow it. All
right, here's the news of the week. Jaleel White is joining the Skeleton Crew cast, and immediately the rumor said that he is going to be Hondo.
They're calling each other scabs now in the fucking chat.
Hondo.
You guys are hilarious. You're fucking hilarious.
Did I do that?
What is this? Get rid of this guy. Get out of here.
He's a pirate. One of the pirates.
He said that it takes him 2 hours a day to get in his makeup for the outfit for whatever he's been doing. So, and that let everybody think maybe he's playing Hondo.
You know what's funny? When I seen that I sent the link to you guys when I saw it. But the funny thing is, I started seeing people started posting his first appearance, Hondo's first appearance, and stuff like that. And I'm like this, and I didn't put two and two together. Now you're just freaking goddamn like, oh shit. It was funny because I was like, what is that? What the hell? And I didn't realize I didn't put two and two until now.
Wow. He's not going to be Hondo. I'm going to be so bad.
He's not going to be Hondo.
I'm going to be so bad. He's Hondo. So bad.
Yeah, where's Jerome? There's no way. Oh, here he goes. There's Jerome. Hondo who?
Hondo who?
Jerome, you tell me if you want Steve Urkel being Hondo.
Please don't be Hondo.
Well, you know what? What can you say? He's a pretty good actor. He's a pretty good actor outside his Urkel personality. Yes.
Okay. I don't know. Anyway, he is joining Skeleton Crew cast. We don't know what he's playing, but he is part of the cast. So there you go. Joel Edgerton came out this week and just gave a big thank you for George Lucas, saying he owes much of his career to George, and just an appreciative comment, which I really appreciated. People saying, thank you for this role, thank you for launching my career. Unlike this guy who just can't stop talking his mouth, Freddie Prinze Jr., who says, I regret doing voice cameos for Kanan, and I never want to voice him again. And I look back.
Was he drunk again? Was he drunk again?
Yeah, he always looks drunk. Every time you see him in an interview, he looks like he's glass-eyed. Like he's just.
Can you just be appreciative, even if you don't enjoy doing the work? You made a ton of money doing it as a voice actor, and people love the character that
he said he's too old.
Besides being some rich actor's fucking son, what did Freddie Prinze Jr. ever do?
He was in 24, wasn't he?
What's that?
Freddie Prinze Jr. was
that TV show with Jack Bauer.
Yep.
Was he Jack Bauer?
No.
So he wasn't the star of the TV show.
No. He dated Jack Bauer's daughter, I think.
He was an extra on a TV show.
He's in a lot of movies.
He dated the main actor's daughter
on the show. Yeah.
So this is his first major role, and this dude's dog in the shit. Are you kidding?
He said he's too old to do the dude Star Wars.
That's not what it is. He's too dumb. Dude, Star Wars fans don't boo anybody at Celebration. This is the only dude they boo.
Yeah,
only person they boo is this dude.
He also wrote for WWE. That's the whole.
They won't even boo that. You know that thing, the guy that flew to space. You know the shits. Yeah, they won't even boo him. They'll boo this guy though.
Well, listen, he must have been drunk when he married Sarah Michelle Gellar. I don't know. He wound up.
I don't even know who Sarah Michelle. Let's not do that.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy,
and Kendall from All My Children.
2 shows I did not watch.
All My Children soap opera. An ongoing soap opera.
I don't know why you know that. That is really disturbing.
Because my mother.
I get Buffy. Buffy's cool.
Listen, my mother used to watch it. God bless her soul. She used to watch All My Children, and when she started watching Buffy, she told my brother, "Oh, the girl Kendall from All My Children is playing. She's a vampire slayer." So years ago, my mom that with Kendall.
Scooby Doo. This is what he's the voice for Scooby Doo.
Yeah, no,
that's what his fucking big thing. So
he played Fred.
He hold on now. Let me get this guy's career correct. Just so there's a show called 24 with an actor named Jack Bauer, who's the lead. Jack Bauer has a daughter. This guy dated the daughter on the show, so he's like not even relevant on that show. And his other thing is he played Scooby Doo. And his third thing is he voiced this. So this is his biggest thing ever. He was on a movie. Was it 50 Things I Hate About
something like
that?
I
hate about you.
He was on one of those shows where the chick was way out of his bloody league too, by the way, if I recall correctly.
Oh, by the way, tell Scott that yes, my mom used to record All My Children on the VHS tape that used to watch them at 5 o'clock in the morning. So not me. And nothing to do with that.
He was Fred. In the he wasn't even good enough to be on the cartoon. He was in live action.
Yes.
Oh, good fucking lord. Okay, well, we should really take this guy's opinion to whatever.
It's just it makes me so mad. Like, why can't you be appreciative of a really good character instead of trying to ruin a really good character because you're just an idiot?
No, yeah, because what else has he ever done? Well, because he got drunk, like a drunken idiot, got on the interwebs, said something stupid instead of saying like, "Yeah, dude, probably not the best look." Look, everybody every once in a while gets drunk, get on the internet, said, okay, cool, I might have had a good point, just not the best look. Cool. This guy didn't do that. He didn't apologize. He kept rolling with it and then figured like, oh wait, shit, I just fucking pissed off the majority of fucking fans. I'm probably not invited back to do shit because he's not invited back.
What you say? The funny thing is, but then you make the comment saying that you're too old for this. There are guys that are friggin' old still doing the voices of characters.
You know what this is? It's going to come out next week. He was asked never to come back. That's what happened here. This sounds like, oh, I'm fired. No, I quit. Like, nobody asked you, dude. Your character's dead. Nobody wants you back for anything. What are you going to voice?
Were they going to have any flashbacks of Kanan in the Ahsoka show?
Hold on. Don't need to do any.
Let me ask you a question. When he was his voice, if I recall correctly, his voice sounds exactly the same as his voice when he's drunk and when he's playing Kanan, correct? He doesn't do like voice change. He's not like one of these guys that can do a bunch of different voices, correct?
No, he has one voice.
He has one fucking voice. So what the fuck do we need you for?
That's a good point.
We don't need him. See ya. All right.
Jerome, I think I just broke Jerome.
Okay. So Justin might not know. So he got on the internet one time. This is a while ago, and he blamed it later on being drunk. But he pretty much said, if you're an adult and you're a Star Wars fan, you're pretty much a fucking loser. And Star Wars was made for children, not for adults. And anybody who's an adult that watches it doesn't know anything about Star Wars, and they're an idiot. Pretty much called all of us idiots and morons.
All of us.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Keep moving forward.
Way secret to voice Kanan. There we go.
Yeah, it'd be great. So
this guy, Star Wars almost ruined this guy's life, and he still loves Star Wars.
He still loves Star Wars, and Star Wars cheers for him.
Now they cheer for him. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. And this was to troll JJ, but JJ's not here because
JJ
really wants this character to die as soon as possible.
He doesn't want anybody to work. We've covered that. If you pay somebody, JJ doesn't want him there. So he got paid, doesn't want him there.
But Favreau had this quote. I'm like, nobody thinks this, Favreau. He said, I think people really dig seeing that character. I want to learn more about that character. I mean, I think people like seeing the character because it was cool to see Jar Jar Binks and, the character in for a second, but nobody wants to really learn more about this Jedi character at all. So, yeah, whatever. But that's my thought on it.
So here's the deal. Yeah, I agree. It's nice. It's nice to cheer him up because of the, hey, cool, man. I'm glad they took him out of the suit. They brought him back. He really has been good. But yeah, no, just like I didn't want to watch the ripoff of Double Dare that he did. I don't really care that much about the character. No.
So, whatever. Favreau can be Favreau. Here you go. This was for Jude. Robert Rodriguez knows, but will not reveal anything on if Boba Fett is returning. He says, I know the answers to all your questions, but I'm not going to tell you.
Of course he's going to say that. Of course he's going to make a comment like that. You
don't want him to redo it.
Look, the fact is that if we could do the Boba Fett from the tragedy in the Mandalorian season 2, that's the Boba Fett I want. But anyway, of course he's going to say that because he wants work. Every actor or director are going to say, yeah, we know a lot.
Jar Jar did. Saved Jar.
So regardless of the fact, look, it'd be stupid if they don't bring Boba Fett back. It'd be a dumb move because Boba Fett does. Why? Because Boba Fett does sell merchandise. They make a lot of money off Boba Fett.
I think a lot of people were turned off by Boba Fett. Remember how Wayseeker just said that there's a lot of fans now that think 1, 2, and 3 were really great, and that's their experience leading in. Just know there's a lot of those fans that just saw Boba Fett like that. And that's their first experience with Boba Fett.
Well, there's a lot of fans that I know that became Boba Fett fans because they enjoyed this. Look, there's a mixed bag of everything. Look, my Boba Fett is John Wick Boba Fett. That's the one I want, Boba Fett. Not the here's a flower. Here's a flower. I won't kill you. Or hey, I'm sorry. You apologize to the guy that threatened you. Nah, I don't want that shit. Come on.
I think you're gonna get more of it. If he's coming back, you're gonna get more of it. So you might not want him to come back. Just
listen. You know what? Maybe
The Rock's very talented, Joe.
We'll get them. We'll get them back in the movie, and the Vespa gang will all get killed in the first opening scene. They'll get destroyed. We'll see what happens.
Here we go, Dom. You gonna buy these?
Here's your new collectibles.
Now I have mine. I don't need that. I have mine right here.
Yep, Shop Disney is launching new Holocron and Kyber Crystal collectibles. So it used to be able to get these at whatever Disney World.
Go ahead, show it, Dom.
Yeah. Come on, right here. Yeah, look. Here we go. Where's the here we go. Yeah, look. There you go. Look.
But I think there's gonna be some that are numbered. They're gonna do a bunch of different collectibles.
There you go.
So
Ooh, my holocron.
Does yours open up like theirs?
Yeah. Look.
Yeah,
it does. It's cool.
Cool. There you go.
There you go.
So if you want these things, they are now available for the first time on Shop Disney.
Nice. They can keep it.
That's our toys for the day. We got some news this week that the High Republic Adventures has been delayed.
Hold on real quickly. Can we see this? Have Morrison's Boba get killed and have someone we could just have what's his name? The guy that plays the guy that already took over his mantle once. Play it again. We could have him what's his name? Timothy, you know what I'm talking about? Timothy Opid. The guy that played Justified.
Cobb Vanth?
Yeah, Cobb Vanth. We could just have Cobb Vanth take it over. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Cobb Vanth is great. We want Jedi. Dom's gonna get off the show here in a second. This is supposed to come out this week. It didn't. High Republic Adventures 5 got delayed. It's coming out May 31st, and then 6, 7, and 8 are all coming out on the same day on June 28th. And so it's a weird way for doing it, but it has to do everything with the switching of the publishers, I'm sure. So
yeah, because you can FOC only one of them. You can FOC 7, but you can't FOC 7 from the Diamond right now. You can't, like, we could talk about an hour later. But yeah, so Diamond, this is the first week FOC, I think. Was it the first week or was it last week? One of the 2 weeks is the first week that Diamond no longer has Dark Horse exclusives. And actually, they're kind of doing what they did with DC, where they're not even FOCing it really. I think you can still order through Diamond like you can with most of their other stuff, but since they lost that, I think it goes to Penguin. I think Penguin's just going to do exclusivity through it. So if
this is the cover for 8, they did release the cover this week for 8,
and 7. And 7's, I'll show you 7. I have 7 also.
Which is pretty cool. I like these covers.
8 is cool. 8 is really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I put that one here. Return of the Jedi, certain point of view. The date got moved up, so it's coming out now in August. So give us something to look forward to. I'm excited for these. I like these books. So
yeah, I do too.
Be good.
Those are they're good shitter books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get the point of view where Luke actually used the Force to help Han freaking hit Boba Fett into the Sarlacc. There you go.
Maybe. I hope not.
I don't know. I hope not too.
Maybe.
E.K. Johnson got some re-releasing stuff here. So Ahsoka's getting a Japanese adaptation. These are the covers for part 1 and part 2.
Those
I love these covers.
Those look badass, dude.
I know. I love these covers. I'm gonna have to try to track
part
these
1
down.
and part 2. Why is it in 2 parts?
I'm guessing it's a manga. I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. You know, often these things are manga, so I don't know.
Nobody that draws, could you figure this out for us? And can we hit us up in the private chat so we can figure out some way to get a couple of these?
They're really cool. I really love that art.
Fucking dope, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, if you find these things, pick them up if you see them, whenever. But they are coming out, I think, next month, if I remember right. And then they're getting a French version of Ahsoka, and this is the cover that they just announced for September release for the novel in French. I don't love this cover as much, but it's fascinating that they're re-releasing.
Why? Yeah. See, I think there's a lot of. I told you this is kind of going to be a thing, right? Didn't I say that? Like, hey, you don't fuck with the writers. You don't fuck with them. I know Joe's over there screaming, hey, don't pay writers because they're shitty. No, you pay good writers a lot, and there's a reason why. And if you start fucking with them, they're going to start like Del Rey is not going to want whatever it is, and they're going to try to release any way they can. And now all of a sudden, there's going to be a lot of people reading this book, and it's dropping at the perfect time. And they're going to be like, oh shit, this was really good. Why did they fuck this up? They're going to pull it down. They're going to pull it down here and go, they had this shit and they just decided to fuck it up. Okay.
Total 360.
Okay.
Yep. But anyway, this one is in French. But if I saw this one someday in a used bookstore, I'd pick it up just because I think the cover is.
Hey, thanks, Drew.
It's a different take on the cover. Right?
It is a different take. I don't like this as much as the Japanese one. The Japanese one, I feel like a really cool cover.
Yeah.
It is a different take. So, just something out there if you like to collect novels and different covers that will be released. This one is my news of the week. I'm so excited for this. Fantasy Flight Games this week came out with the news that they are going to do a Star Wars trading card game, which is the first Star Wars trading card game in about 15 years.
Oh yeah, you're getting all wet over this shit.
This is exactly what I wanted.
Oh my God.
We haven't had a really, really great trading card game since Decipher days back in the 90s. So Star Wars Unlimited is coming out by Fantasy Flight Games to complete with Magic, etc. in 2024.
Hey guys, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have Wayseeker. Should we allow Wayseeker to get the guy that created this on the main show, or should we do a side show for members only? Or should we just do a one-off interview with them, or what should we do? You guys let us know. Because one way or another, the guy that creates is coming on. Because Wayseeker,
there's 3 creators. I know one of the 3 creators.
Wayseeker's way too excited about this.
Yeah.
Way too excited.
Somebody played Star Wars LCG, went to work at FFG, and he's one of the 3 creators of this. They put 3 big names on this, and this is what they're really staking their company on is this game because they have not done competitive games in a while, and they're getting into a big space.
Is this going to be based on all 9 movies?
It's going to be based on anything and everything. They said, for example, like Dawn of the Jedi, fair game. Any canon, fair game.
Main show it is.
So
bring it on the main show.
They're going to be making cards of characters from books, novels, and everything like that?
Fair game.
Oh,
it's canon, awesome. It's fair game.
That's cool.
I don't know if it's a box break. Is it a box break type?
Oh, it'll be packs. It's packs. I will buy multiple boxes. I will do box.
Oh, break. Yeah. Okay, cool. How much does box going to cost us?
I don't know. It'll be 2024. So who knows? I bet it'd be $100 a box. Something like that.
I don't know if we're going to be around 2024. So we got to make sure.
Marco's been around forever. Like, where's Marco going? Marco got nothing else to do.
I'll buy some boxes.
That's kind of
I'm in on
comics.
This
characters from comics, characters from novels, characters from wow, that's actually pretty cool.
Is it gonna be so is this stuff gonna be like you said Magic, but is it gonna be like Magic or is it gonna be like the Pokemon where you get like different ones that are like shiny and shit, or we don't know?
We don't know yet. It'll be fast.
We get some Japanese art in there. We get some.
I'm expecting that we will hear a lot of news of this when Gen Con rolls around in August.
We're gonna get the card Boba Fett riding the Rancor. It's gonna be 100.
All right, well, let's make sure we cover that. Maybe we bring him around Gen Con and we see what he has to say. All right, sounds good. Okay.
EA is admitting that Jedi Survivor is exceeding their projections and anticipations of player base, and so this has sold a lot more than they expected.
Absolutely not, AOA. Absolutely not. Whatever people are excited about, I'll do, man. I don't give a shit.
It took. I'm going to play the game, so like I don't need to make money on it. I'm going to be playing and playing and playing. And
no, that's what I'm saying. Like I'll buy.
My kid's going to be old enough that I'm going to teach my kid how to play the game. It's going to be great. That's when I started getting into games. About that
it's not bad, dude. You know, I know how to play Pokemon kind of now because of that. Because my kid's into it, so I know how to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you should be doing some Pokemon tournaments. See how you do.
Why would I waste my time with that?
Because I want to see how you play game for 10 hours straight and see how miserable you'd be afterwards.
Do you forget I was sponsored poker player? I played in the World Series of Poker. Like
it doesn't matter. You'd be any good.
It's 3 fucking days. You pay for like 12 to 14 hours a day. Then you play the side games, bro. Like playing cards, sitting there and just grinding it the fuck out. Yeah, I'm used to that shit. I don't think I could do it anymore.
How long ago was that?
It might have been 15 years, 20 years. Yeah, it's been a long time.
You lazy.
I don't know. Like I can't grind it. I can't grind it. You're right. I can't fucking grind. I can't grind that shit out anymore. Dude.
Yeah, you're not the same person you were.
Yeah, there's no.
Anyway, so this game is doing great, and everybody seems to be really happy with it, other than some bugs that came out early, and they've done some good work on fixing it. But yeah, it's a shame that it took EA 10 years to figure out that if they create a good game, people are going to buy it.
Woo! Wow.
Jerome. So anyway, that's the news for this week in Star Wars.
Yeah, no, I play where my talent level is now. Beat a bunch of little kids. That's about as much tolerance as I have.
Oh man,
that's what they need to do though for that game. The best thing that Pokey. This is why I bought it for almost the entire school. All the kids, even some of the girls, the birthday parties. I bought that box, the box thing that they sell, not for Pokemon. They should do this with the Star Wars game too. Tell your friend, you make it there, you get base packs, and it has a board and it tells you how to play on the board. And then after that, boom, bang, boom, dude. That was the smartest thing they could do because then all the parents are like, "Oh yeah, dude, that's so cool." Da, 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 da. And it's like, yeah, dude. So now they're buying their kids more expensive cards. They're going to the things. They're like, yo, can you introduce us to Jody, the Pokemon guy? I'm like, yeah, dude, no probs. You know what I mean? And they're just dumping cash, bro. I mean, that's...
Yeah. I mean, I think as long as they don't screw up, like, releases and not have enough product, that game is it's going to be big just because of Star Wars when it comes out. Well, then it will, after the first set or two, it depends on if the game is good, but it will be big no matter what. Yeah,
what year is it?
JJ, we've been slandering.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, talk to my lawyer is all I'm gonna say. Talk to my lawyer. That's all I'm gonna say.
And Ronnie says he knows you. I don't know. He said he
might have seen. Yeah, it was. I think it was around that time. He might. Maybe. You never know.
Yeah.
All right.
Comics, right?
What?
Comics, right?
That's not what he's talking about. Oh, get to comics? Yeah. Oh, we're done with news. All right, cool. All right. I'm just excited about this game now. It's good.
I'm excited.
We actually have box breaking where I don't feel like, wow, this is stupid. What are we gonna do with these cards? Just hold on and try someone.
Maybe if the stars align, I'll get involved in this too because I want to try to avoid that rabbit hole because I like.
Oh, Dom, you gotta no. This is the problem, Dom. You gotta get out of other rabbit holes. You gotta trade rabbit holes. So like, if you could cut down your collection. Cut down just garbage books you're picking up and just focus on that, then yeah, it's a good idea. We will not let you play that game on here because we do not want to get you addicted to another lottery situation.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Let's get into comics. It's unfortunate that Jedi suspended because Darth Vader 34, as I said earlier, was actually pretty good. Pretty damn good this week.
It was.
We start you are definitely not the people's champion. But we started out with Sabe again, and she's trying to get him under control. She actually gives him a hug, and then she starts to see this, like, you don't know this till later, but she starts to see this like flashback looking type thing where she sees all the handmaidens and Padme and all, and like, oh yeah, it's great. And then she turns into like a commander.
I like that. I thought it was pretty cool with her, the stormtrooper.
I thought it was too.
Yeah.
And she's taking in Tomb, and she's beating up a bunch of people here. It's kind of cool to see what she's doing. She's going after Han and Leia, got them pinned down on Endor.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
That panel, she's seeing Return of the Jedi because she's seeing the future, because it's not Return of the Jedi yet when she was hugging. Because you see the panel with the Han, Leia, and Chewbacca.
Right.
So that was kind of
interesting that she's seeing Return of the Jedi. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, well, this was the other thing with the Luke thing too. Like, it was kind of crazy because she's seeing things that didn't or not happened or whatever. But she gets a hold of Luke and is like, "Oh, you're his son," and then she's like, "Yeah, da 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 da." And then Vader's like, "Oh, fuck you," and she's like, "No, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be cool." And he's like, "Nah." Whoosh, and then just chucks her against. Man, that's some abuse right there, dude. Just throws her against the ground, dude. And she's like, no, it's okay, whatever, you're gonna be good. Padme told me in that thing that you still, and that was actually your dream, so she knows there's still good in you. And she starts to walk away, and then he goes, don't walk away from me, and throws her right into the wave, and then clamp. And you're like, oh, okay, well, he's gonna rescue her, right? Instead, he pulls up the broken ship for some reason.
Yep.
I don't even know why. He's got the ship there, and he's like, let's call out for somebody. In the meantime, the squad that we all forgot about, nobody gives a shit, and they drew him so poorly we can't even tell who the fuck they are, but whatever. Comes in. Oh, there he is. He's standing by himself. He flips the ship over. Yeah. I'm going to use my metal arm. Oh, we got him. We just got to shoot through this. He goes, you didn't know I had a staff and a shield, because now he's an elf. So he uses the staff to blow through the ship.
That was pretty cool. I like that.
And then, because they all died. We know how you like it when people die.
I do.
So now there's a bunch of dead motherfuckers.
No sense.
What? They has a staff and a shield?
It looks cool, but like, how does that happen?
I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. But I know he'd like it because he died. Well,
but
either way,
yeah,
it's better than it normally is.
You said this was okay. Dom liked this thing. I thought this was just a piece of junk. So tell me why this story wasn't junk.
Oh, I thought because of the flashback thing and how the relationship, and finally he wasn't like just cowtailing her and he fucking killed her. I'll be honest with you.
I was just telling
he drowned her. They kind of ended the part where he fucking drowned her. So I'm like, good riddance. Really, we're gonna do this because it's gonna kill Jedi to hear this. But in my mind, I'm hoping she's dead because they brought the ship out, not her. So I'm hoping he drowned it. We're done with the Sabe thing, and we're just moving along to Afra next.
What a poor way of ending like a 20 comic arc with Sabe. Like,
I thought it should have been ended 19 comics ago. So like,
he should have struck it down with the lightsaber.
Ended, but like that's not a good ending for 20 comics worth of story.
Hey, she walked away. He's like, don't walk away from me, Bia, and through definitely some domestic violence there. How can you go wrong with domestic violence in Star Wars? You had Leia choking out Jabba the Hutt in a bikini. Now you got Vader drowning some lady. Yes. So there we go.
There you go.
Back to that's why Dom likes it so much.
Hey.
There you go. All right.
Darth Dom coming out.
Like I was saying, I think this was a pretty good story compared to the other stories that we were getting. Vader shows Vader's what Vader's about when Vader shows his power when he when shit hits the fan. I like that Vader.
Yeah, I know it's a flashback. It looked like a flashback, but it was a vision. Yes,
I want a comic of Vader where there's no flashbacks or no visions or just like actual story of Vader. Like that's all we get are either flashbacks or visions or whatever.
They got black. They got white, black, and red.
No, that's not.
That shit's horrible.
That's not.
That shit's just straight garbage.
That doesn't count.
All right.
This is better than that. Like that.
High Republic number 9.
I didn't even get that cover.
Okay. Well, the one cover, the Aja, is pretty.
This story was awesome. I love this story.
All right, so let's get back to where it was. We got Mac and we got Tay and we got a bunch of nobody gives a shit, do they?
I actually really like this cover.
I actually like this book though because it kind of shows how the round works a little bit better. Which cover?
This cover, whatever.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one too. I like that one too.
They drew it really nice
covers. They actually had good covers this week. A creature that
Damn, that sucks.
Why this is also cool is we kind of get to see the Grand Leveler do a lot of, or the Great Leveler do a lot of other things like eat Tiger, Jedi. Nobody cares.
Liban.
I know, but so we also get the what the hell is this thing again? What they call him, the Herald. They have the Herald there. We get a little bit of Ro. We get a lot of talking from Ro. She's like talking her butt off in this book, and Mac is just crying because that's what he does. Sorry. So Tay's got to save the day. How is he going to save the day? They figured out that there's people there, and Tay's like, "Oh shit, I got to figure out something." Now remember, they're buried underneath where the whole Jedi temple thing was, where the statue to the Jedi guy was, and underneath apparently is buried an enormous stash of Sith artifacts. And then Tay finds said artifact. Which artifact did he find, Wayseeker?
So it's Darth Cyberus had a glove, and that's what's here. So Darth Cyberus comes from Dark Legends, one of the collection of short stories by George Mann. So,
but I think it was only in the Target exclusive. So if you go to your Targets, go find that one real quickly.
Yep. Which is cool. I'm all for like these connections that they do.
Yeah, the connection's not bad. Yeah, I like it. So he uses the glove. He's like, "Oh, now I'm gonna flip out." Mac's still having trip out visions, and then Tay looks ridiculous, and he sees a bunch of nameless, and then all of a sudden, who's dropping the lightsaber? Is that Mac's lightsaber? I didn't catch who dropped the lightsaber.
I think Mac drops the lightsaber.
Okay, so Mac drops the lightsaber. Rose's like, "Crap, dude, stop this, man! Come on, this is ridiculous." And he's like, "No, we're gonna kill all the Jedi." And then you get to see him use the rod, where he just points it, and he's like, "Go after him." The Nameless, I actually think this is the badass ass the Nameless has ever looked before. It looks super cool.
It looks cool for sure.
Super duper cool. And then you get the like sniffing dog thing where he stops it right in front of Mac, and he's like, "All right." He's like, "It's cool because we can control it and it's not gonna kill it." And Ro's still going like, "Come on, dude! Like this is enough. This isn't what we're about here." And he's like, "It is now." See, this kind of makes me think that Ro's going to betray the open hand, dude. Or at least betray.
Just wait for the book.
Okay.
So this is the hard part. I know exactly what happens. The book takes place after High Republic 10.
Perfect. So I'll read the book now exactly like this.
So after 9, after 10 even, which is a part of the trouble of like trying to
doing the comics and back and forth. Yeah.
But
which I'm glad I read this first because this is super cool with what's going on here and how he starts using the power. Then it looks like he's going after Mac, but Tay uses the power glove, the Nintendo power glove to blast off the Nameless. He's like, "Haha, I did it." But then all of a sudden Ro's like, "Oh, dude, I didn't want you doing that shit." So she shoots him in the side of the head. He's down. And then all of a sudden, fucking the Herald thinks he's Star Killer, and he does the cross double lightsaber thing. Like, who the fuck are you, bro? You're not Star Killer. You're just some bitch ass boy who stole a couple fucking lightsabers. Then he does cross lightsabers, which doesn't make any sense. And Mac's like, "Fuck this. I'm taking the power gauntlet. And I'm going to kill you and go to hell with the Force." Yeah, it goes crazy because he starts shooting the dark for him. I thought it was cool. Good book, man.
It's a good book. This was good. And I would tell you that the book makes this whole run a lot better. I feel like Path of Vengeance makes this whole 10-arc comic series make a lot more sense. So that's really fun to see.
Well, I mean, I think for the most part, the problem with the 10-arc comic series is there has been parts where like the novels have been holding it down to pick it up because it has been slow up to this point to 9, and really, like, what novel was it that fed into the like number 4 or 5, and that helped out. Yeah, it was the Battle of Jeddah that helped it out, and like, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, there was a little bit 4 panels or 4 pages about what was going on with Maddie. She was under a force field with we got the what are the Twinkle sisters there? And all of a sudden the shield's getting broken down. They're like, she's like, "Fuck it, dude." She's like, "I'm about to kill these robot things." So the robot things are coming after him. She's going to town in the bar where they're left at in Sanctuary. So we'll see what happens with that. Wasn't a lot there, so I didn't show a lot of it. Next week, even though you said it was moved to the 31st, they're still projecting this.
No, High Republic Adventures was moved.
This is High Republic
Nameless
Adventures.
Terror, which is the different.
Oh, yeah. Nameless Terror. Okay. Nameless Terror, which is this 4?
Yeah, this is
4, which will be coming out next week. There you go for the cover for that.
I will say this too for this.
Yes.
This takes place.
Good.
after the novel. So people who are trying to coordinate
Okay.
themselves around where it is, these characters that you see here are in the novel, and you get to the novel helps us see what
You
happens,
get to see how they got on the flight and everything else. That's cool.
how they get there, and who these characters are. So the novel also really helps.
Good. I hope they good. So we won't even know because some of these characters are in our list later, and I enjoy these characters. I really enjoy. So
yeah.
All right. Even though it's a George Mann book, I gotta give it its prop. Here we go. Dom's excited. Because why are you excited about this one?
Why? Because this is the last issue until a new team arrives in issue 35.
Right. New team arrives. I kind of put all these books here because I don't FNS. I don't give a shit about that cover.
I actually like that Empty's Nest Bounty Hunters cover. I like I wish they would bring her back. Actually, all kidding aside, I think that was she was pretty cool and solo. I wish these things. I don't.
Did she turn out to be some kid? She was a kid.
Well,
right?
she's a kid because she's a kid, but it's the start of the rebellion. So maybe we'll just see her.
The start of the rebellion?
Well, she was part of the rebellion, so part of the
everybody was rebelling against the Empire at that point. I think. Here we go, Dom. Dom, wasting money.
Yep.
Do not buy this when it first releases.
Don't.
Okay, there we go. I mean, they've gotten so lazy. This isn't the only lazy shit they're doing because this is lazy shit. They did it again. We'll see it in FOC.
Who did the cover? I want the cover autographed. The version.
Just get the other cover autographed, or the 6 other covers that look exactly the same autographed. Who are you getting an autograph by?
The autograph who did the art.
Who did the art?
The artist in the Boba Fett book.
Yeah, I know who did the art.
Exactly. Okay, next
I know who did the art. Who did the art on that one?
It's all right. That's enough. FOC. They're being lazy as shit on this one too. This one actually is a very interesting situation because we had them look up some stuff on this. Some of the bigger sites didn't even get enough pre-orders demand because remember this book's in so high demand, didn't even get enough pre-order demand to buy the book. And there's other people who are currently trying to sell copies for under the price the copies cost you just to try to get the Noto Virgin, which is the only thing I'll say about this, the difference between the two, at least the Boba Fett, you can get a sucker like Dom to buy that shit.
Hey,
well, it's true. Is that not true?
It's true.
It's true. Yes.
I collect the covers. I'm sorry.
Is it true? Yeah, you do. But here's the thing. You can get a sucker like Dom to get this, right? What sucker is going to buy this? There's literally no reason to buy this. They didn't change the inside. And that's what we were kind of saying. Like, there's nothing even in the guts that would make this sellable.
The red doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. It's not a Sith kyber crystal. Like, I don't get the red.
Let me get this straight now. So they're going to come out with a second printing of that 34 with the green.
They might right now.
And
right now, there's not a
125.
What? They might not. If they don't get enough orders for this, they will not come out with it. And right now, unless people start ordering this super heavy tonight or tomorrow, they will not come out with this comic. There's not enough demand for this.
But you know what's funny? If they don't come out with the comic, there'll be some that sneak out into the wild. Guarantee. That somebody will get it, and you'll see it online.
Huh?
I'm just saying, if a lot of places don't get this book,
No. Hold on. FOC is coming up tomorrow. If Marvel, as the publisher, does not get enough orders, and right now they don't have enough orders, we've seen this happen before. Okay. They won't print the book.
They won't print it?
Right now, one of the biggest sellers of this book isn't even listing it for pre-order anymore because they didn't get enough copies.
Okay. All right.
That's what I'm saying. Now, is there a chance that they're going to get enough copies to make it enough so that they can run there's a minimum they have to get to run the printers, Dom. You can't just not. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Right now they're not at that minimum. I mean, it's gotten to a point where people are trying to sell multiple copies for under the just to get the pre-order numbers up there. Multiple copies of the not the 125, just the regular cover for under what it costs them. Okay. Right? They're trying to sell it for $2. They pay $2.39 per book. They're going to lose 39 cents per book to hopefully get enough orders. They're trying to get enough orders together right now to get this to go to print.
Okay.
So yeah, if it does go to print, sure, there's going to be a couple people who buy it and pay too much for it, but like the demand is so low for this book. I can't remember. It happened about a year ago or maybe 8 months ago. I can't remember the book offhand. I'd have to go back and look it up, where they actually didn't do the second printing. They're just like, fuck it, we're not going to do the second printing because there's not enough for it.
I mean, you looked it up before the show. A 9.8 of Star Wars 34 first print was what, $50?
$54. It sold for $54. 9.8.
This is the hot book. Now it's 2 weeks later or whatever it is. In a 9.8.
Oh, by the way, the green points down because that's means the color change. That's the only difference. Yeah, I think, but this is what I'm saying. I think if they did something like with Dom, like Dom will go for the Boba Fett, you'll get those kind of dudes, right?
Yeah.
But like, what is either one of these covers deem somebody ordering? Dom, I mean, please. I'd like to, if you think it is, or if you don't.
Well, no, I'm just saying the fact is that, how some people like, these books, we look at these books that they're on the verge of not getting printed because the orders are out there. But then you get those people who actually get the book and have it in hand, and people who collect, who are like they need everything Star Wars. They'll go out and get these books. They'll have them for a high price. That's one of the things. Like, how many of these books? What is it? One. So the second printing itself, right?
Right.
That definitely. How many copies do you need to get that second printing? That particular second printing.
I don't know what the number is to get it to go to printers.
The other cover right here, which is going to be the 1 in 25. That's the one they're saying. That's going to be 1 in 25.
That's why you when you get enough of it to run the printers for the 1 in 25, they'll run it. They're just not. It's not like you have to have enough sales through. That means that you can't just have like 10 people order the 1 in 25 and have, so that'd be 25 copies, 250 copies. Like, they won't run it for that. I think probably you're got to look at, I don't know, 7,000 copies probably. I would guess offhand, not knowing for sure, but yeah, probably about 7,000 copies.
But the crazy thing is, like I said, look, not that I want these particular books, but there are the completionists out there that definitely would buy these in a heartbeat if they do drop.
Sure. There's 7,000 of them. They're not.
Yeah, but you have to find that many people to. But here, so with all due respect, you've said this with every second print, but we've seen religiously, including what we're going to talk about later, where the character is, as Wayseeker said, going to be down the road. She's going to be a pretty important character. They've said that before. And her second print with her on the cover, you could get for $1. Like, you're right. There are people that will overpay for this, but how many people are willing to overpay for this? How many people are we going to order for it? Like, I don't know.
Sorry, Ruben.
Ruben, I'm not attacking you. I just asked yeah. All right. Yeah, but you guys, yeah. But, well, Dom, we're not attacking Ruben because Ruben never bitches about stuff. Dom bitches about shit-ass quality and shit-ass stuff, especially when it comes to toys. And then it's like, oh, yeah, well, this is, facts this is great. It's like, no, it's you're hurting yourself. You can't complain. It's just like JJ complained about the writers. You can't complain about fucking shit-ass writers, but then also say, well, the good writers, though, don't pay them either. Pay everybody fucking shit. So,
well, you know what? Like, the good writers, I'm willing to pay. It's the shitty writers that put out shit content time and time again.
Dom, you can hire, if you can hire the best worker for the best price, you hire the best worker for the best price. Some people can't pay the best price for the best worker, so they don't hire good workers. That's just the facts. Facts of life. Don't consume that shit.
And John, nobody in Star Wars 34 is important.
No, it's not the chick. It's the guy.
And neither of them are important.
Neither of them is important. No, the girl that I'm talking about is the assassin from High Republic.
Blade 2.
Yeah, I dislike one writer too. I get it. I'm giving you a hard time. Oh, what up, Sleepy John? Good to see you, bro. All right. Next, I know it's not supposed to come out. Oh, shit, I left a Random House ordering code on there. Not saying that I'd order this book if I were you from Random House, but do know there's a lot of businesses and brick and mortars that only have diamond accounts and do not have penguin accounts. Is this number 7?
Yeah,
it is. This is High Republic number 7. It's when it's going over there. If you have been collecting this and you want it for your run, make sure you call your LCS or whoever you do, and make sure you hit the FOC by tomorrow and say, hey, I know this isn't on Diamonds thing, but it's on Penguins. Can you get it for me? If they say no, go order it from somebody else, because I have a feeling, and I could be wrong about this, but considering only one distributor is going to be distributing this instead of two, and it's switching over, there's going to be a lot of people missing this book. I've heard people say it was canceled. I've heard that flat out from people who have accounts have said that this book is canceled. It is not canceled. It's just not through that distributor anymore. So, Dom, this is one you should go after, because this is going to be very low print run.
I know. Like. I'm definitely, I collect this run, so most likely I'm going to try to see if I can get one.
Yeah. I wish this run was better. That's the only thing I wish. I wish this run was better.
John, they said it was because it was two people, and they also said it was low print, and it wasn't either of those things. I don't know. All right, FOC, here we go. So we see, this is why I'm hoping that Vader's moving on as Dom.
The Vader book. I like the cover, like the artwork on the cover.
I know. Hey, we were all hoping, I think, for this, that all these stories move on. We know bounty hunters, because Dom talks to some guy who we later find out is the editor-in-chief of Marvel. Dom? That would have been a good get.
Like, hey, I got a show. Let's come on.
He's like, there's this guy, comics. What's his name? Oh, yeah, that's the editor. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Listen, I didn't know. Dude, I'm sorry. I was like, I have no clue. I'm in a rush talking to somebody without realizing, so I don't know.
It's because they're only ordering it through Penguin. That's why, Comic Chef. They're only ordering it through because they don't usually they don't order much of their stuff through Penguin. They probably order it through Diamond. So they say order by demand. That means they're not doing extra orders through Penguin. They're only ordering when people sing it on FLC. So I'd order a couple copies through them if you could.
No, but I like the artwork for the Vader, and I like the artwork for the cover with Afro playing.
I think that Vader cover is going to do well.
Yes,
the one on the right.
The one on the way right, the variant.
Pretty badass. I like it.
I didn't get that one. I got the Afro because I like Afro.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah. This
is exactly what we want. Jedi, we want it rebooting.
You got a C-3PO cover.
First off, that's not a guy, Jerome. Not a guy. That's a female. Number two, that's one of Afra's girlfriends.
Lovers,
yeah, or ex-lovers. Jerome.
I think she's going to wind up back with Saros. So, because Saros is thinking about her a lot. So, I think Saros wants to get that.
See, I've converted Dom into a Star Wars fan.
Hey, I never said I didn't like Saros. I never said I didn't like her. I like her. I like her as a character. I just wish
Saros.
Saros.
She's horrible. Her character's trash. And you want to know you know why the character was trash? Because they only give you 2 books. The A, and they're not even giving you a B cover. They've given up on that. Now they're just giving you the. Holy shit! You know what I just realized? It's the first fucking time they've listened to us. They've actually fucking listened to us. It's the first fucking time they put a character that's in the comic on the cover for one of these fucking monthly variants.
You better buy one of these to say you listen to us. I'll support you.
Exactly.
You can't ask for something forever, Margot, and then when they give you what you want, you don't buy it.
You know what? The one thing I hate.
I don't want this book. So
you gotta get it though because you got what you wanted.
But the one thing I hate, they draw the book. I know it's different artists, but on the first cover you get Santa with the light eyes, and then on the other cover she has dark eyes. It's like pick.
I'm not sure I like the way that facial structure or the way the book coloring is working on that.
I like it.
I want to know who that artist is. We'll talk about it later. But
listen, Jedi should be happy because the villain in this is Lamb Pop. So his favorite character.
She's not a villain. She's kind of like a friend.
So we gotta get through some stuff. We'll talk about Lamb Pop.
I gotta get it. Look at you guys. I don't know. I don't.
BK, look at BK. Just read BK's comment.
They're making you spend your money, Marco. You're asking for it.
Oh, it's like
I don't know if they're refusing to. No,
Damn.
You guys are ridiculous.
No. Are they any worth getting? No, I get them.
No, John, absolutely not. No, they are 100% not worth getting.
The Bartel. I got the Bartel because it's a good cover, but if I was gonna get one, I'd get the Bartel.
Yeah, the Bartel is probably it. Run into you guys got Young Jedi. I'll be back in a second.
All right. We're going to review just a little bit of the first 2 episodes of Young Jedi Adventures. I don't know if people like this. We can do more. We're going to kind of fly through it.
I haven't
seen this
episode yet. So
what?
I haven't had a chance to get an episode in. I actually was going to watch this. So I was going to watch this, but then Visions came out, and I watched Visions. But
I watched this before Visions. I think I was the only person in the world that watched this before Visions, at least the only adult. But I watched this way before Visions.
Well, listen, we all know what character I like. Nubs.
Everybody loves Nubs. Everybody loves Nubs.
Keep an eye on it. This is cute, Like, you see, I sent you the article with Yoda sending the lightsaber.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Oh, okay.
Just watch the episodes. That was the thing I don't like, Dom. I know your article. You're like, oh, this is pretty cool. Then just watch it. You don't need to read an article about Jedi Adventures, but you can just sit down and watch the show. It's amazing how you can do that. If you can find time to watch the video game movies, you could watch this.
No, you're
I'm
right.
just saying, you have time. You just pick something else. So, anyway, whatever. So, let's go over some characters here in this show. So, this is Kai. Kai's the main character, and I don't know. He's impulsive. Has to learn to trust his teammates a little bit, but good, fun-loving, good character there. We got Liz. She's I think she's probably the best character that most developed in the show. She loves animals. We'll see that. Really good at talking to animals, talking to nature, talking to plants. Has a really good basis of how the Force works through other living entities. Pretty cool voice actor. Who's been in a lot of different kid stuff for Liz. You got Nash and droid. What is it? KD-83 or whatever. That might not be right. The ones I forget the numbers. They're the pilot. This is the one, like, you can't take this show completely seriously because it's a kid's show, but like, why is this young kid like have her own ship and like fly over the galaxy and be able to do whatever she wants to do? Like, that's one of the interesting things about the show. But another, I think, really fun character here. And Nash, and then your other main character is, of course, the good old Nubs, who's super strong and just loves to eat. You're muted, Marco. You're muted.
I don't understand how you hate Santa and you love this shit. I don't get it.
What?
Get it. How do you hate Santa Claus and you love and you hate this?
He should have stayed muted. He should have stayed muted.
I don't get it.
I should have. This show is so good. I watched it again, and I'm like, this is like the best animation.
You have infinite time to waste, apparently.
This is the best animation Star Wars we've had since Rebels. Like, it is. It's better than Bad Batch by far.
I mean, did they start legalizing crack in fucking Colorado?
This is good stories, wholesome stories, fun stories. The episodes are like 27, 28 minutes long, which is longer than
way too long.
Bad Batch, and they're good. They're not way too long. They're good stories.
No, they should be like 8 minutes, like the preview things.
No, they're good. You got Nubs there, and then you got their Jedi Master. I can't think of her name off the top of my head.
Oh, I know who it is. Nobody give a shit.
Zana, right? Zaya, Master Zaya. She is their Jedi Master on Tanu, the planet that they are then on this thing, and so they aren't the only Padawans there. There's other ones that didn't go through them, whatever. As I said, Liz loves animals, and so you see her lots of times in the show helping out with animals and nature, and that's kind of her Force attunement skills. So that's really great to see another one of those.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know.
This is so much better than Bad Batch. This is so much better than Resistance.
I don't know, man.
Whoa, I don't know. Whoa.
Way better. Way better than Bad Batch. Way better than Resistance.
I don't know if this is way better than Bad Batch.
It is.
Has anybody in the chat, we've just lost 20 viewers. Has anybody in the chat actually watched this? Oh. No. Okay. All right. Nubs is not an Ewok, no.
No, he's not an Ewok.
He's not an Ewok.
He's
a new
species.
Gamorrean guard.
Gamorrean, yeah. Gamorrean.
That's funny.
His name's Pord. This is one of the big bads, but one thing I did like about the show is it's not always about big bads. So like most of the TV shows that are kids, you always have the bads that you're fighting, and it's Star Wars. Like bads can't be bads because if you're a Jedi, you believe that even bads can be turned and can become good, and you can work with those. And so it does do a really good job of thwarting your common cartoon stories and making people a little bit more gray than most cartoon characters.
That's what I like doing in Star Wars.
Yeah. So yeah. Nobody else watches it. That's fine. It's great. Should watch it. I'm telling you, it's better than Bad Batch. Yay. Ed heard that from me, I'm sure. You see them, working together. The first episode introduces the characters, introduces how they have to work together to save the day, and they can't do anything together. It's a good teamwork story. You get there.
Slow and boring.
It isn't slow and it isn't boring. It isn't. You got the Grease species. He's another one of these main characters.
He's not even that bad. He's just a whiny kid that whines all the time. Hey, what's that show? What was it? Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, right? Didn't they have like a fat guy and a thin guy in there? Wasn't that the bad guys or something?
What are you talking about?
What?
That's the one that had the lady, right? It had the lady, but they had a fat guy and a thin guy, right? All I can see in my head is a fat guy and a thin guy in a soda pop shop. Is this a thing? See what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't watch Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
I remember them like transforming into like something together and the White Ranger. But
all right, keep going. Because that's what this guy sounds like. He sounds like those two. They just bumble around and then you wrecked my thing.
Wow.
Right,
and this is Hap. Hap's in a lot of these character episodes. He's just kind of your town guy that is in charge of lots of stuff.
There's blaster fight. I don't know if there's few.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the boys would always whine, right? It would always go wrong for them. That's exactly what that bad guy, the Tubu thing is too.
Tabor?
Boys? Yeah.
All right, the second episode is the one Dom needs to watch because Dom references this thing all the time. And each episode has two stories, kind of like they normally do for the kids shows. And so this one, they have to try to work together to beat a record, and Nubs gets in trouble, as Nubs often does, and Kai has to figure out if he's going to save Nubs. Kai's like, I can do both. I can use the Force, grab my lightsaber, and I can also save Nubs. And so it's a lesson of where Yoda comes in and says, you always save people. Lightsabers can be replaced. Don't worry about lightsabers. And that's kind of the lesson of this one. And then he sends them on a mission. They send them on a mission. In the mission, they run into, of course, Tabor. They have to go get some seeds for Yoda. These seeds are firework seeds. Nubs is so precious. That's the right word there. Precious. Kai then has to repeat the lesson in this one of who's he going to save? Is he going to lose his lightsaber? Is he going to save Nubs? He saves Nubs, loses his lightsaber. And this is the one Dom loves because we find out that Yoda's training lightsaber he gives to Kai. So Kai now has Yoda's training lightsaber. So if you ever wanted to know what happened to Yoda's training lightsaber,
this isn't canon. This is not true.
This is canon.
No, it's not.
This is canon.
It's canon. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's canon.
Nope. It'll be erased from the records after this is done.
It is not going to be erased from the records.
Yes, it will be.
All of them. All of the High Republic high ups have been working on this show.
This is gonna be exactly like the holiday special. See you later.
They already said they're coming out with 18 more episodes this season.
Please don't.
Sorry. So you got the first episode. You got an episode here where they're doing a boat race and they have to work on it. Liz has this person that she can never beat. Nash can never beat. So you get some nice fun little action here with having to work together with your enemies because they both get stuck.
We know how kid shows work. Yeah, we know how kid shows work.
They work together and they go save the day, and then they use a geyser to win their thing. And then this is one of my better stories. Is they come across their old library here. You can see they find a secret room in the library that have been hidden, and a star map leads them to a ancient explorer who used to work for the Jedi and explore the Outer Rim and bring back artifacts. And so now it won't be. This one will not be the Freemakers. It won't be. It's canon and it's been worked by the High Republic people, and they're all are pushing this thing hard.
Yes.
So this is the Star Seeker, which is an Old Republic ship. It was nice little, canon bringing in some of the Old Republic stuff that they do here. They go to this system on this planet by asteroids, which is how all these planets seem to work, is the asteroids are protecting the planets. They meet this explorer who now is afraid to go because they wrecked on this planet hundreds of years ago while working for the Jedi, and they help them gain the confidence to get out of there, working together again and save the day. And he brings back Force artifacts. That's kind of tying into the High Republic. So that's what this show is about. I love this show. I love it. It's great. Can't get enough of this show. I can't wait.
Why do you always just, instead of telling the truth, just lie about bullshit?
I watched this
show. Hold on.
Ask my kid and my wife. I always try to get them to watch this show.
No. Wait a second. Here's the problem. There's nothing wrong with this show for people who are like under 8 years old. It's probably perfect for them. Actually, it is perfect for them. But this is not one of these cartoon shows where it's made for 8-year-olds and under and for adults. This is not made for any fucking sane adult to watch. 100%. If you thought his review was boring as fuck on this show, oh, buddy, it's even more boring as fuck if you watch this show. And I'm not saying it's a bad show. It's great. It just isn't for us. There's no sane fucking adult that thinks this shit is entertaining in any stretch of the imagination, though. No shit from Nubs is not fucking cute or entertaining or fucking adorable. The pouting of the little kid, the other kid, the bad guys, supposedly, isn't fucking pouting. The learning at a fucking pre-kindergarten level of storytelling of say please and fucking thank yous, which is the lessons learned in this fucking shit, is by no stretch of the imagination anywhere more addressed than juveniles below the first grade level. Okay? Which is fine. But let's not sit here and act like, as fucking grown-ass adults who pay bills every once in a while, or hopefully all your bills every once in a while, that this is fucking acceptable for you to watch, because it's not. This is not good. Like, it's not.
Well, listen.
It is. It is better than it is. I enjoyed this more than Bad Batch. When I had to review Bad Batch, I'm like, I really do not want to go watch it a second time and put these into slides because there was no point to it. This at least has a moral that I feel like is actually a decent moral to it. And I get it's not for me.
You could read this,
but I can still appreciate it for what it is, which is a good.
No. Okay, no, that there's a difference.
And I like
this is good for like sub first graders. Yes, for sub first graders. No, that's bullshit though. You're over here trying to sell it like it's good for the chat. Don't watch this, guys. No offense. Let your kids watch it.
I will watch it. I will watch it. I will be excited.
Oh, this is like the saddest. This is the saddest comic over, and you just admitted it. That comic's dog shit, but you said it. You reading it, so you're gonna read it.
What are you talking about?
The saddest comic. Because then when John's like, okay, cool. Well,
I would not buy the covers. That's what I said. The comic's fine. I read it. You don't need to buy all the covers, though. One cover's enough. Read the story.
Listen, that's why he collects Beanie Babies.
It is better than Bad Batch. I don't like Bad Batch, though. I think Bad Batch is pretty garbage.
I'll tell you, if they kept it shorter, maybe it'd be acceptable for adult to watch this. But this is not. No, this is.
It's on, and so one of these episodes is each week on Disney, whatever. They're not Disney Plus, the Disney Channel, whatever that's called now these days. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to release 5 or 6 episodes at a time, and then 6 or 7 weeks later, because each week on Disney regular TV they release 1 episode. So if you don't have Disney Plus, you can watch it on the Disney Channel. I think it's Wednesday night.
I did just pull up Freddie Prinze Jr. I'm not. No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying he's pretending. He's playing a fake thing here. Because
I really am not pretending.
I watch these.
You don't know me.
I watch these, and this is what I'm telling you. They're directed towards very. I mean, like they have it's the cut print, like. And the lesson learned today, kiddies, is make sure you say please and thank you. Make sure that you look out for a friend and give a helping hand. Like it's not even G.I. Joe, and that's the and knowing's half the battle. This is fucking like even more juvenile than that. That's all I'm saying. To a point, it's more simplified and juvenile than that. That's all I'm saying.
And Wookie, I think both. I enjoy it really much watching with my kid. My kid loves the show, so we watch all of them.
I like that my kids like the show. that doesn't mean there's no way I can enjoy watching it. Like, it's just not enjoyable.
But I also think the story is more coherent and doesn't have nearly like some of the stuff that just makes absolutely no sense, as in like Bad Batch. Like Bad Batch, I'd go back and watch it and be like, this is just really bad writing. Like, again, it's kids writing, so it's not trying to be good writing, but at least it's not bad writing, which is what Bad Batch was to me. So like this is
literally this is what's Gerald and Piggy. This is Gerald and Piggy on the screen. That's what this is. For those people that have little kids,
it's better than that.
It's 4 words in bold print on the screen.
It's more like if you like Pete the Cat, which on Amazon, it's more like that. Which I think is actually a good show.
No. All right.
And it's a good show for kids.
Well, our chat, we lost 20 viewers and the people left didn't watch this fucking show. So this segment went very well. Okay. All right. Good stuff.
So what happens when Marco doesn't read a book.
Guys, this is the problem. There's not multiple levels of this fucking show. There's one level. There's literally one fucking level. There's no multiple fucking levels.
Well, folks, that's our show tonight. Everybody have a
No, that's not our show tonight.
JJ has actually watched a few episodes, so John hasn't watched them yet, which is a shame. I don't know how you can be a Star Wars fan and not watch it.
You could be. Now who's being pretty? You can be a Star Wars fan and not watch that. That's what I'm saying.
You can't be. You can't be.
I identify as a Star Wars fan.
Do you? All right, here we go. Phase 1 versus Phase 2. Let's get it on. We didn't do. What the fuck is Pete did this graphic? It looks good. All right. So here's what we're doing. We're doing first appearances that appeared in Phase 1 and first appearances at Phase 2. Now, some of these first appearances, if you read novels or you were referenced, or it might even had a cameo in Phase 1. We didn't use the cameo. We only used the first appearance. If you haven't watched the first appearance list from here, we'll relink it up in the thing below. We did a great job on it. We're going to have to tailor those up and swing them around. We might do more content on this High Republic stuff because I know everybody loves these. But here we go. We're getting into first appearances of Phase 1, which is technically after Phase 2 time-wise. But there we go. Anybody have any questions? No.
See, I wish JJ was here. Look at that. This is good stuff right here.
No, this is... I don't know if it's going to be a flawless victory.
I don't think it's flawless. But here's the tricky thing about it. I like Phase 2 better. But Phase 1 comics are much better than Phase 2.
Whoa. I was thinking Phase 1, flawless victory. Then I put the list together, and I was like, oh, shit. So I tried to do this also, too. There's a couple times, especially in the beginning, where I used multiple characters in one book against each multiple characters in another book, and then use the same book, but I showed the variant or something else. And I used a singular character versus singular character. I thought it was only fair. I only did that like 2 times. It's a total of 4 because of it. But it is what it was. Just it's not equal if we did it the other way. So we'll go through it and we'll look at it. They think fatality. All right. Well, we'll see. All right, we're gonna start it off. Number 1, I did the sway cover because I always like that because it was. Remember, we thought it was gonna look really terrible. It turned out to look really good. But this has got Kiwi in it, Chris in it, and Skier in it. On the other side, we got Dobbs, who Wayseeker loves for some reason. Star Wars High Republic number 1.
Like Dobbs.
Yeah. We've also got Mac, who Wayseeker absolutely adores. And then we've got Maddie, who apparently, if what's his name does the art, does pretty well. So those 3 characters on the other side.
With Tay.
Well, with Tay, yes. So I will say Chris and Mac, except for this week, Chris and Mac are equally weak as shit.
I would agree with you. I think Chris's might be worse.
Chris may be she may be the weakest on this of all 6 of these people.
I say not.
What was good about her?
I like her her introduction of a character. I know that they didn't use her as much as they should have. I like the way she finds the force through the music and stuff like that. I thought she's a pretty cool character.
Music, wasn't it Mind Felting or whatever? But go ahead.
She thought the Force is a song.
Oh yeah, the song Force has a song.
That was dumb.
I really think that she's going to be a big impact in coming the next phase. But at the end of the day, I think she's much better than Dobbs. I don't like Dobbs.
Well, that's Dobbs. Dobbs is just Marco trolling. The real is 3 on the bottom and 3 on the bottom.
Listen,
and Marco's just trolling.
I actually think phase 1.
I'm not trolling. You got to put Dobbs someplace.
You are trolling.
The 3 characters right there from phase 1 outshines the 3 characters in phase 2.
No. I don't know. Skier really. No, hold on now. Skier really sucked for the first half to 3/4. It wasn't until the end he started getting better.
No, he did, but he did.
Which then you've got him on the same level as Mac. Okay. And yeah, by the way, I got Dobbs there too because I threw Dobbs in. But you're right. This is where you got to rank them. Really, you got to rank Tay. I kind of have Tay and Dobbs in the same area because Dobbs does have importance to it. But is Tay better than Skier?
Yes.
I don't know. It seems pretty even. And is Chris is definitely probably the weakest.
Yes.
She might be the weakest.
So here's the hard part. I think Maddie really, really shines in the book that you haven't read yet. So this is where
I don't know. Kiwi, but she's one of the lost 20.
Kiwi is really, really strong. They're to me like
Kiwi's face was in a movie already, kind of in the cutscenes.
What?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Wasn't it?
I think in the movie?
I don't know. In cutscene, wasn't it?
I don't think so. But anyway, I think both of these characters are really strong. And I think your opinion of Maddie will go up when you read the book because I always say this in the book, Maddie and Olivia are working together and there is no Vildar. So watching Maddie without Vildar around was really cool.
Yeah, but Vildar's been the one holding her back. The whole time.
So not holding her back in the book is what I'm saying.
It's Skier towards the end when I took this picture where he's one-handed and fucking regrowing his arm and bashing shit is better than Tay.
But the funny thing is that he's been growing his arm since the first issue.
Yeah.
He's been taking a long time to grow back.
I think Kiwi's better than fucking Maddie by a bit.
I think you might reassess. I'm just saying after the book. But that's fair. You haven't read the book yet. I've read the book.
20.
The book has really helped me with Maddie.
Yeah.
I
think we got to go with one. I think that's it. But I think, guys, are we going with Star Wars Republic, High Republic number 1, or are we going with? And I did variants on both.
We'll keep it too. I'm going with phase 2. I like the phase 2 better than phase 1 because I really don't like Avar at all, and Skier wasn't that great.
Hey, listen, I like phase 1.
Kiwi's good, and Skier got way better towards the end. Yep. Ooh, wow! It's a fight.
It is.
This one is a fight. This one is a strong fight.
This way. Phase 1, when they were introducing all the stuff leading into with all these characters and stuff like that, the bad guys, the Nile, all those characters. I think there's a lot of substance in phase 1. No, I feel like phase 2 didn't have that. Like, remember I told you one of the episodes that phase 2, that attraction that phase 1 had, and it took long for people to really adapt to phase 1, but then they started liking it later on as the story went on. Phase 2, I don't know if that many people,
but here
are the same people that are adapting, that have that gravitating to that, like they had phase.
You just brought up a good point, and it's all about this altogether. There's definitely a lot less of phase 2 High Republic books than there is a phase. There's a shit ton of these phase 1 High Republic.
It's also a lot longer. That's the other thing that's really tricky. Is you had a lot more stories with phase 1 characters than you had with phase 2 characters because there's 3 phases to phase 1 and only 2 phases to phase 2.
But you see, 15 issues for phase 1.
Ooh.
Right, and they got to the point, and they really got a lot out. The story really flushed out a lot of stuff in the first phase. To go back
at the end, though, not the beginning.
At the end.
This book, this book. By the way, the comic book on both. Well, actually, if you want to talk about actually reading the comic book on the right in phase 2 was better. The comic book of phase 1, number 1, was dog shit.
Horrible.
It was horrible. It was bad. It was really bad.
Horrible.
I admit that. I do admit that. But the characters really became an important part that we
you can't beat Kiwi though. You can't beat Kiwi.
And JJ's right. This is the hard part for phase 2. Is we know we're going to see the characters in phase 1, so there's more attachment to those characters because the stories are longer and it's ongoing.
But
and
when
so
Lost 20, we're going to see her for a long time.
Kiwi's more important.
That's the only way. Kiwi's if Kiwi wasn't in this book, it would be a runaway on because it's a better cover on 2. The 1 in 50, well, it's cheap now, but like was expensive at one point. So the 125 never was that expensive on, considering there's so many of them. Yeah. The story was a little bit better, not by much, but a little bit better on the right side. You know what I mean? Okay, but we're going to go we're going to give one to phase 1 right now. So phase 1 wins round 1. Phase 1. We don't have Pete here, so we're not going to have some weird graphic that he's going to do, but there we go. Round 2.
This one should be
this slide 3. Wait, yeah, okay, it is slide 3. All right, slide 3. I thought you did something else. Slide 3. Oh.
This one's easy.
You know which one I like. I'm going with Ezra Man. I'm going with Star Wars.
Me too. I like that
a lot. Book. I love that book. I love Ezra Man in that book. I love that people try to discount it by calling it only in a what the fuck? I can't even only in a spirit vision, whatever the fuck or what? No, indirectly. I can't remember the wordage they're trying to use.
Force, yeah, whatever.
They're trying to use some fucking word salad forcing to explain that it's not the dude in the book somehow. Okay, so this is what's going on, Jerome. We're ranking first appearances against each other. Yeah. In Star Wars number 20, the one I showed the 1 in 50, but that was actually a hard book to get. Ezra Man made his first appearance there, where Olivia in High Republic 1 made her first appearance.
Well, listen, Marco, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't some of the stories a little dog shit leading up to this one story? We thought it was good. When,
it was all dog shit.
This is all dog shit. This whole thing is dog shit.
Star Wars was dog shit, except for this part right here with Ezra.
Yeah, I enjoyed that book.
Even Ezra Man in this wasn't the greatest.
No, he's just a good character.
The character's really good though, and they never
a really good character.
There was one time we kind of saw him in one of the High Republic books, but it literally was like if you asked a 6-year-old to draw a person, it was like a stick figure and then 2 dots. That's what they drew. And the only reason you can't see anything, the only reason we knew that it was him is because if you read the novel, he was only at that point. But it couldn't have been. There's no identifiers. It was maybe at best a cameo. But I mean, they could have also said it was somebody else. But
so let me just say, of the High Republic books, this is my the 1 in 25, or I think it's 1 in 25, not 1 in 50 actually, but maybe it's 1 in 50.
All this isn't shit.
That's my top High Republic comic.
This is kind of shitty because I felt like I had to put Ezra Man. I couldn't do Olivia with the other group because maybe she would have lined up better against Kiwi, but
it would have helped, and that it would. I mean, this was kind of shitty on your part. You're right.
But I don't think so. I don't think it would have been fair because Ezra Man isn't exactly. I see him on the same level of Olivia. Like, it's not, you can't.
I get that, but it's the same comic. I mean, Olivia was also in High Republic 1. So I get what you're saying. But when you're talking about what better comic, this also, you get the same comic in the other ones. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, but Man Man's
a better character. No, I'm just saying.
20, because this variant's better, too, on 20 than pretty much anything.
It wasn't as ordered nearly as much.
Yeah.
We got a couple more. I wonder how much this variant's going for now. This might be a sleeper to go out and look and try to grab real quickly. I wonder what it's at right now. But eventually,
if I see one of these for 25 or under, I'm buying it every time. I want as many of these as I can get.
Huh. No, I mean, keep an eye open because you might be able to scalp this one. Round 2 is going towards phase 1 again.
Yep. Easy. That one's easy. Again, I think
yeah.
think
Well,
the better
the
comp
last
here-
3 pages.
I think the better comp here, though, is the character we haven't seen in the comic yet, which is
Oh, it
Creighton's
would have
son.
been. It would have been. Yeah.
Creighton's son is the equivalent to Elzar Mann to me.
You know what kind of sucked though too about this is JJ brings up a good point. They kind of threw Olivia away in this book. They gave it to us in a little mini in the last back end, which really kind of fucking sucked.
Yeah, but this is the hard part for phase 2. The best characters haven't been in the comics yet. And I don't think they're going to be.
All right, so this is one I think
It's
I don't
an easy
know.
one.
Listen, I actually like Camille and Daphne, the freaking the Twinkle sisters, because they'll fuck you up. I'll be honest with you. It's just funny. The
Twinkle sisters have held on very. These are very. Can I say they're very cutesy characters? Both of them. Boryaga being the cutesy fucking Wookiee, whatever.
Wookiee from Life Day.
Neither of these are worth any money. So this is like who you like better. At
Yeah,
this
right.
point.
Yeah, you can get that. You can get this Life Day book dirt cheap, and you can get even
And they
the
have a
Twinkle
second
sisters
printing, so they get the second printing. They have them
cheap
on the
as
cover,
fuck.
too.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, you can get them both cheap. So this is just pretty much what characters do you like better. I got to be honest with you. I like the Twinkle sisters better than Boryaga.
I like Boryaga better. I'm going phase 1 here.
Oh well, we're both going phase 2 on it. So
I'm going phase 2, I think, too.
I am. I actually like the Twinkle sisters better. They're funny.
It was just funny because I remember
Yeah.
when they first came out, we were like the Twinkle sisters.
Yeah, everybody thought it was 2 dudes. They like bouncer ones. I mean, it's of course Wookiee Fanatic's gonna rank phase 1 better,
Yeah.
but of course. But no, I think
Again, we don't have that many.
and the Twinkle sisters have a. I'll be honest with you. There is Wookiee Jedi's. They're going to be bringing out 80,000 of them. They're going to be a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
But the Twinkle sisters are something they can somehow bring into shows that I think would be fucking hilarious because of how well they work. They do work well.
I hired the Twinkle sisters to protect this party and some like some crazy stuff. Like you can make like a little.
Yeah.
They live a long time, so you could have them for like pretty much for a couple of decades or centuries. How long do they live?
I don't know. I don't know if we know enough. Maybe we do.
Which one's not a High Republic first appearance? Sticks. That's what we're literally doing. These are all books and first appearances.
Yeah.
The Life Day's cheap. So is the other one. If you had to buy one, which one would you buy?
Hey, listen. Was there a 1 in 25 incentive too with the Twinkle sisters?
The Twinkle sisters?
No.
Yeah.
Was there 125?
It wasn't.
Yeah, I think it was because it's number. What book is it?
Number
It's
2.
It's
Yeah,
2. Yeah, there's a 125.
Okay, I would pick up that.
There's a
for cheap,
variant.
like dollars and dollars just to have because you never know. Like
Yeah,
few characters like that.
They're
Something.
they're all super cheap. Both of
they
them
are right now super cheap.
I'm telling you, the High Republic books are super cheap. You can get them now because once.
Yep.
I guess
I don't think chat really cares about this one. So
Oh, Fanatic. All right, well then we win. So it goes to phase 2.
Phase 2
Yeah.
wins.
Six said phase 2.
Yeah, phase 2 did win on chat 3-2.
3-2. All right, phase 2 got round 3. So it is not a instant fatality. What do we got? I gotta be honest with you. This is gonna be hard. I gotta go with the nameless. I gotta go phase 2 again.
I will agree
as
with you. I also think one of the path in here who shows up in the book could be really important. And so
yeah, the one that's leading away. I don't think I did that.
no, but there's also another first appearance there in the path, I think. But Rook is really a cool character, and since Lula, I believe, dies, I think she's dead from the High Republic. That also means I don't think she's.
We'll see. I mean, they still got Franz, they still got Quart. I will say that Rook is probably one of the strongest Jedi. He's the Elzer man of fucking, in my opinion, of the High Republic. He's that character that you kind of, I don't know, dude. You know, he's like one of those Sigma guys, right? Like same thing with Ezra Mann. You know, they're one of those dudes that just, they're badasses. They toot to their own horn, and they're going to take care of business, motherfuckers.
Well, I definitely think phase 1. They got to go with. I like the nameless one, but nameless Sarah. I think phase 1.
Lula's dead. Lula's dead, though.
Yeah, I know
Maybe.
she is.
It's Star Wars.
Did you watch? I know, maybe, but
Yeah, maybe.
But Lula's dead. So why Court and Farzal are not that important characters. It's not what's the better story; it's what's the better investment here. Dom.
Well, it can be story too.
It's a better story. An awesome story.
It's just the first, like, those appearances, people gravitated really quick to.
Okay, you keep saying we don't know 1,000% she's dead. Just like Burry's supposed to be dead, because if it was, there is some characters that were 100% dead, so I did not put them in here.
JJ, I know. JJ, did you read the Free Comic Book Day? I get what you're saying, but in the Free Comic Book Day, if you read the Free Comic Book Day.
Hey, Jerome, you can say all you want. I will tell you once again, High Republic is the most popular in comics and novels. It's way more popular than the regular stuff right now.
She blows up. She blows up in there.
The ship blows up.
She's there, and she sees a vision of her and Zine.
But you didn't see her die. Exactly.
We didn't. Buryaga's supposed to have blown up too, but we know he's coming back.
Buryaga's coming back. I think Lula's dead because I think that right there, she dead.
She dead.
So we got 2, 3 for phase 2, and you got phase 1 for him and phase 1 for that. Phase 2 is going to win this one too.
Phase 2 is winning this one.
Yeah, phase 2 wins this one.
Phase 2-2, right?
Yeah, it's 2-2.
Okay.
That Nameless book, and dude, I think that Nameless book is way under bought. I mean, you can get it for pennies. Yep. All right, here we go. Number 4. This is another double up book. I know what this JJ will no longer be on the show ever again, even when his suspension is up, if we do not vote for number 2 here. But it's very hard to vote for number 2 here. What this really comes down to is not the Herald, right? Because he's pretty much, we think he's dead. And Tomac and Zaymar, or Turek and Surt.
So dumb. Such dumb characters.
Horrible fucking characters. I actually think at this point they really are only keeping them there so they can put them on Pride covers, because if not, what's the fucking point of having these 2 people here? Because their characters are written extremely poor. And I actually don't know why the Messenger, to be honest. I think both of these characters, the twins and the Messenger, are just waiting to be killed.
Harold, well, just wait till the book. Wait till the book. You may or may not get your wish.
Okay. Now, what this comes down to, though, is Vanestra Rowe versus is the females. The females are great here. Versus Rowe. We just read a book. She's there. She's doing good shit. She's also kind of an assassin. She's cool. The other Rowe, Vanestra Rowe, on the other hand, has got a whip lightsaber, which Jedi Johnson says makes him more excited than the female droid catalog. And JJ absolutely thinks it's the most awesomest weapon ever. He imagines himself getting one and being Lord Indiana Jones here, Master Jedi Indiana Jones.
You do remember that Vanestra is in the Acolyte, though. I mean, I know you don't want her to be because she looked not so great, but she's in the Acolyte.
Yeah.
How do you, again, I get Yana's a cool character. Vernestra is coming to live action TV.
Yeah, so you gotta give it to phase 1.
Vernestra wins this one.
You have to. It's gonna be interesting to see her in live action.
Yeah.
We don't know that. Rome might be the one that puts the Grand Leveler into ice.
I know what happens.
Okay. Well, here we go. Okay, stop spoiling stuff during our rankings and losing our rankings.
I'm just gonna keep doing it to you because you didn't read a book that you said you were
gonna go phase 1. Okay, well, dude, you want to know the truth? It takes you guys so long to read books that I just didn't want to start it to spoil it because you guys hadn't read it. Because the last time we read a book,
I read the book and it's been done since Wednesday.
It took you, congratulations, 2 weeks to read a book.
A week.
Okay. High Republic. I still haven't even bought it yet, but I'll get it in a minute. So this is High Republic. I did the variant for number 2. And then that's first of... I wasn't even going to do this. I was going to do whatever the Drangier's main thing was. I probably should have, which I think is 10 or something like that.
Well, you know what? Look, now you put in the
verse. By the way, this 1 in 25, which was so hard to see when it first came out for High Republic number 4, there's one up right now. somebody should buy it. I didn't buy it because I want to let you know this. I think it's $15. You can get that 125 for $12 to $15.
I would buy it because when
I'll tell you this: Rose showing up, the Great Leveler is showing up too. So
this is easy. If anybody
Wasting, are you buying it right now while we're talking about it? Yeah.
If anybody says the Gen Gear better than the Leveler, they should be suspended because this is the simplest of
now. But hey, here's the problem that you have. You think that fucking Calvin Scott and the rest of them aren't going to try to bring back this fucking talking plant horseshit?
it's coming back. It might be back in there.
I think they learned their lesson.
You don't think it's going to show up?
The Great Leveler, but the Great Leveler is coming. Like
we know
the Great Leveler is coming. They've made it specifically to come to TV, or movies. It's that easy. Plus, I don't know what 2s are going for now, but the 1 in 25 is $12.
Hey, listen, what about they can have a battle like the Kaijus? You can have the Great Leveler versus the Drangir. They can fight each other. No.
I guess we could have done that. I guess. I still think Great Leveler is more important, so Great Leveler would have won either way.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that cover, the High Republic.
Nubs.
And this is this is easy.
Everybody got it, Phase 2. I had to give one. Round 6 goes to Phase. It's tied.
We're 3 at 3. 3 to 3.
3-3. Good thing I did odd number.
Oh,
Marchand Row, easily.
Listen,
this is
fucking over.
In a heartbeat.
Fucking over.
This is easy. Marchand
Simple.
wins.
That's the 1 in 10. You find it, especially 9/8. Pick it up.
And there's a black and white version to that too, right? Is there a black and white version?
No.
Variant?
Wasn't there? There's another version of it. There is, but that's not the one you want. You want the 1 in 10.
Yeah. Marchand Row. And a landslide.
Yeah, JJ, it is. It's more important than the entire species. It is.
Yes. For a comic appearance, absolutely.
Yeah.
In the story, you could argue the other ways, but the comic appearance, Great Levelers.
I don't know, because I think when you're gonna call it the Great Leveler. You're not gonna. Right?
Yeah.
The Nameless is too confusing. It was too confusing in the books. How fucking confusing would that be on the big screen?
Yeah, this one's Row. Just move
There's
on.
no black and white. What was there? Was there a reprint? Because that was the first one. They did a reprint.
Isn't the Yoda cover? There's a Yoda
cover.
There's a cover that's Yoda.
Cover. No, yeah, but that was the first 1 in 10.
Yeah.
There's a cover. Isn't the A cover for this? Didn't they sell at a dollar store or something?
They did.
That?
Yeah.
They did, but there's another cover too. I think there's another cover that was made that
I don't think there was, Dom.
No?
There was an A cover, there was the 1 in 10, and then there was the dollar store.
Dollar store cover. That's what I was thinking about. Was the dollar store cover. Okay, so this is Phase 1.
Yes. Easy.
Phase 1. I mean, it's that character is
Alicia has high hopes, and then they just did not do that character well, I think. So,
yeah, they kept dropping the ball and coming back. I don't know. They kind of.
Well, the book helps, but it's not anywhere close.
Yeah. Hey, look! It is the symbol of the walking hand, behind them too, isn't it? Is that the stuff they paint on their face, their head?
What are you talking about?
You know, they talk about the 3 lines that they paint on the head of the open hand, which turns into the Tempest later on.
Right.
Yep. All right, here we go. By the way, big, huge shout out to a certain writer who told one of the great viewers here on this is why I use this picture for Porter Angle. There's plenty of pictures I could have used, plenty of pictures I like, but I chose this because this was on the dust jacket of a book that a guy named Charles Soule wrote. And when a friend of ours, a friend of the chat, hey, what's going on? We're not going to out you who you are. Walked up to Charles Soule and said, hey, Charles, got a question for you. How come Porter Angle in the comic doesn't look anything like Porter Angle on the fucking dust jacket of your first book that you sold exclusives for inside? And you know what he said to him? Porter Angle ain't on the fucking cover. Then you tell me who the fuck that is, because that's Porter fucking Angle right there on the cover of the book. Thanks a lot, buddy. At least know what you're fucking signing. So therefore, don't come at this show. I don't care that you wrote the comic. You don't come at this show and our fans and tell them they don't know what they're talking about. We have some of the most educated fans here because that's Porter Angle right there. Either way, because you see him in the Blade, he looks a lot like him.
I agree. JJ, I think both of them get a lot of book help. Let's be clear. Like, if we're just going off of comics, Porter Angle was nothing special in this comic. But, like, In the book, Porter Engle was awesome.
Porter Engle was awesome in the book. I agree
So
on that.
phase 1, we take this one because Porter Engle is clear winner here because of what happened in the books, not that comic. That comic was Porter Engle's story was meh.
I like Bash Savane. I like her.
You like Brash?
Well, she has a vow dedicated to her, but
I
would say they kind of dumped it on the comic book. Kind of took a dump.
Yeah, I like this story better than you did, but still, I love Porter Engle, and I can't wait for more Porter Engle stories. And
I love Porter Engle, but that's not the Porter. You know what it is? You know what this was? This was the book of Boba Fett to me.
Damn.
It was.
You're so down on Charles Soule. It is.
No, well, it's not just that he offends our viewers, right? Like it's not just that. That's okay. But this book was soft, right? We were promised this rough and gritty guy. Look at him in the annual. He's missing an eye. He's seen a couple things. He even says it in the novel that apparently he's not on the fucking cover, even though we fucking see him on the cover, and we know he's on the cover because in the book they describe this. They describe this actual fucking scene.
I'm just saying. I think you
I have that book.
Are turning on Soule, and he's becoming your new Filoni because he's like, oh yeah, Filoni does one thing and does the other. That's what Soule's kind of doing to you too. So I mean, I'm not sure that you like Charles Soule that much anymore.
Well, he's married to somebody from the great state of Michigan, so that does give him a little bit of leniency.
So that's what he's got going for him.
That's what he's got going for him. But so no, I thought this. I thought no, come on now. I thought no. Hold on now. Angle is a great character. Yes. What we saw in the book that he wrote was a great character. What we saw even in this comic, pretty fucking badass, great character. What we saw in the Blade was a simp. Sorry to all you simps that took offense to that.
Anyway, no, Porter wins this one. But Porter, right? I will say that it's closer than it should be because the comic was not good.
Comic was not good. Yeah, that's I think we were really high on the comic compared to on phase 2, and I don't think maybe that's it. Maybe our expectations were just a little bit too high. All right, phase 1 it is. Phase 1 taking a commanding lead. I don't think phase 2 can come back.
Phase 2 can't come back now, but that's expected.
I actually surprised more phase 2 books you should be looking for. I wonder what this annual's at too. We might have to go back and check to see if we can buy some of these books because that annual is dope. All right. Jabba the Hutt. I used this one because Jedi Johnson, before he got suspended, I was like, oh, this will make him happy. You get Lone Pop's detachable mouth. As Dom just alluded, Lone Pop not only shows up in High Republic stuff, she shows up in post-High Republic stuff, in the regular era and everything else. Versus V, who, as Wayseeker said, is going to be an ongoing character that goes all the way into the final phase, which means she's made phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3, because if she's in phase 1 and phase 3, she's alive for phase 2. So
I got a feeling that they're gonna big plans with her.
Wait, phase 3, 2. She's 2 and 3. She's alive.
What you said.
I think we're gonna find out more about her.
Hey, what's up, sorry?
You know, her debt that she owes Jabba. Why she owes debt for Jabba? Because that actually is a kind of a.
Who are you talking about?
With Stephen Limpop. That she her reason why she owes a debt to Jabba the Hutt.
So here's the tricky thing for me. I think Diva's a better character, but there are a ton of these comics out there. Like the 1 in 25.
Because this is a second print, yeah.
But no, but the War of the Bounty Hunters was so printed, and these one shots were so printed. The 1 in 25.
Hold on, I'm gonna look this up real quickly because these, to be honest, both these books have second prints. I know how much the second print for
Blade but look at the 1 in 25 for each too.
Okay, hold on.
The Diva Long 1 in 25 is like you can find that for $20 right now on eBay. $20.
What
you can't find Blade 1 in 25 for $20.
I think you might be
Blade 2.
I like that cover though. I like the way Bash looks on the cover.
Yeah, I think the better character is Diva. I think the better book to buy is the Blade 2 because I think it's way less.
Let me ask you a question now. Do you think she shows up in the Acolyte.
Who? I don't think either of these characters do, but
no, never know.
No, there's a lot of people who don't know how to press a book. Apparently,
I don't know how to press a book.
Well, I mean, they don't know how to take it to somebody to press a book. Okay, 9/8, 135 for the 1 in 25. Not a bad price. Low, highs 190, lows 135, average raw about, what is it, 125? So it's a double ratio about average raw. 127 for a fucking, so it's all over the place on 9/8. Let's say 9/8, just roughly going over what I'm seeing here. Yeah, so you can get it for under this, but an average would be for the 1 in 25 would probably be $50. I mean, you can get it for 40. There are a bunch of them sold for under 40, but it's about $50 what you're looking at. You're looking at their 9/8 as far. You're looking at 9/8 averaging probably that 135 is probably even for a 9/8. Now that was for the Blade. Now, do you remember it's a newer book too, and it's going to start dropping off because people are getting those back. Let's see, was it? Oh God, that's a long ass title.
Yeah, I think the print run is so high on this Jabba the Hutt that's what worries me about Diva Lompop.
I don't know. I think because of how the character is. What was it? Was it a 1 in 50 on that?
1 in 25.
125. The one that
There's a 125 on Jabba the Hutt too.
Yeah, they're both 125s.
Just double checking. Not a lot of sales. Just double checking. Think people forgot about the character. Not a lot of sales. Not a lot of sales. $99. So $100 for the 1 in 25. 76. 176. Let's see if there's anything else. Second print, 120. Second print for Jabba's Palace, $27.
I actually like Diva Lompop. I think she's a pretty cool character.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So yeah, you're looking at like $85 average for the 1 in 25 for David Longpop. But also remember that was, people forget, years go by. This Star Wars High Republic, the Blade just ended, so.
I get that too.
It's like a $30 it's a $45 difference between a 9/8 right now.
I just think there's so many of those copies in that Jabba.
Yeah, maybe so. Not a ton are selling, but that's that
whole War of the Bounty Hunters run, it got so overproduced. It was during the pandemic when people were just buying up a ton of comics.
Yeah,
Dom admits to it.
I admit to it. I was buying 5 to 6 to 7, 8 copies a piece each book from the War of Bounty Hunters.
So this is what I would do. I would right now look for the 1 in 25 for Jabba, because if that character does come out, which it has a high probability to, that's you're going to get it. Where I would wait, because the Blade 1 in 25 is on the downturn right now, but it's just like right now, like for the last month, any Star Wars, like 34, no reason for it to got hot. This week, no reason for the Aja to get hot. There's plenty of it. They're just looking for a Star Wars book to pinpoint on.
Yeah.
Those books are going to cool back off. If we get the perfect storm again in phase 3, phase 3, we know for sure V's showing up. So between phase 2 and phase 3, probably a couple weeks, maybe a month from now, that's probably the book to get, because that book's going to start making a takedown. And then when phase 3 comes up, you just hope you get lucky and you pop the book when you can. As far as Jabba the Hutt, you're just hoping for that character to show up in a cartoon, or it has the possibilities to show up in so many things.
She lives forever. That's the one nice thing, is she lives forever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this one's really a push for that very reason. I lean a little bit towards Vice, but
I don't think Vice is right now. But if you had the Vice 1 in 25 go down to the same price, I still think if it's the same price as Lone Pop, which after a year it could very well still be the same price.
But Vice is going to pop sooner because she's going to appear in phase 3.
Phase 3, yeah.
Diva might not come for a long time. Vice will pop when she hits in phase 3.
Basically, I'm not seeing your mint 125s for $20.
Yeah, I mean, it might not be up right now, but I'm telling you, I bought multiple Jabba the Hutt 125s for $20.
Yeah, maybe.
So again, Vice will pop.
I mean, there's a lot. There definitely is a lot more. There was a definitely higher print run. I will tell you this: the second print for both are the same damn price. You can get for $2, $1 So like,
I know.
I mean, they're on the same trajectory right now. Till it just depends on which one pops.
Well, look, I look at it this way.
We're going with phase 1, by the way.
Always likes the bounty hunters and always likes stuff like that. And if they're going to go the High Republic way,
But they're both bounty hunters.
I know. But Diva Lampop, for some reason, since she lived forever, she's like Dernge. They lived for like thousands of years. I could see her showing up. You could have her in different periods in the time periods in canon. You know, make an appearance in Bad Batch.
I think the positive.
Diva's a cooler character, Dom, but Diva's story, like, I'm not interested in Diva's backstory.
You're not interested?
Here's the two things that V has. V's 1 in 25 is way the fuck cooler than the Jabba the Hutt 125.
No, it is. Actually,
V's gonna pop because we know she's coming for 3. The problem is Lone Pop's the long one. She's got the long game going for her.
Mm-hmm. And
right now she's cheaper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is like I said, I think it's almost a push for me.
If the 1 in 25 is cheaper for V, I would say so. But right now, I'm not sure that there's going to be a big enough pop without that book getting cheaper for there to be enough money, even if there is a pop later down right now.
I am watching. I don't have any of the Blade 2 because I just 1 in 25. I couldn't get that one. I am watching that one, and if I can find it this summer within the lull, like that's one of the books I'm targeting to try to buy for like that $25 range. I'm not spending more than $25 on the book. If I can find the Blade 2 1 in 25 or 25 in the summer, that's kind of what my target is for that. Diva, I'm always looking to buy the 1 in 25, but my target for that one is like 18.
Yeah. That's like going back to this book. It's probably not there anymore. It was as soon as the show came on. This one right here, the High Republic 4. Yeah. I told you guys ahead of time, like that one that was like $12. Yeah, I should have bought that. But like, that's a book where like I see that as if it's under $20, get it, especially if it's under ratio. But I don't know, man. Like, there's some interesting books out there. We probably should have done the pricing on this stuff. We know most of it because we follow it a lot for like we can give you a range. I do think it was a little. I've never seen that for $20. But were you saying a 9.8 was going for $20?
No,
you bought.
No, not 9.8.
Okay.
After all.
Oh, yeah. I can see it for that. Yeah. All right. Well, that's not bad. We're gonna. If you guys like High Republic, if you guys want to see what's on our target list for High Republic, we will do that. We could do that. What do we have going on next week for the shows?
Next week is book, but just the book.
Well, maybe we'll put together a target list then, and we'll go through the actual rundown and stuff. I should have said that because now I'm going to try to do it. But
you got a busy week, so let's see if you can get through. You got Motor City.
Yeah, we do have Motor City. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm not going to say what I think might happen, but I'm crossing my fingers on Motor City because there might be something that.
Well, this is the Motor City. How come it's now? How come it's not? This is where it's supposed to be, right?
This is the big one. Yeah, because the 1 year that it had that you came was the year that the pandemic closed it down earlier in the year, and they had it later. That's why. But we're going to have another one later. John, you got it. Next week is. I know everybody. I'm quite aware that next week is Motor City.
We'll get to the target list. It might not be next week. It might be 2 weeks from now, but we'll get to it.
It might be a couple weeks from now. Yeah, these weren't the only ones here too. This is kind of like one of those things where it's like we were choosing books on like, hey, let's remind people to look for some. We conveniently chose books on this list that if by our target list, some of the books weren't sold for the prices that some of these were going for, you might want to reconsider it. So I would double check these books right here.
Yeah. And again, I think phase 2 is a little tricky because I think a lot of the characters that I feel like could be important characters haven't showed up or have just showed up as a cameo. Like Salandra shows up in one panel, Salandra show. And to me, like Vernestra and Salandra are like similar. I think Vernestra is better than Salandra. But Salandra's that kid character that they really pushed the kid character. And she only shows up in one panel in High Republic 6, and she's not named. She doesn't talk. You just see her there with the shield. Yeah, I don't think you can call that a
Are you talking about Ro?
Salandra show.
Oh, show. Okay.
The one with the shield,
Yeah.
She did, we couldn't put her on the list because of that.
You're right. Good cameo.
And so I just feel like a lot of the characters in Phase 2 that I feel like might be important going forward, we have not seen in the comics because the comics have been so narrow.
They have been, yeah. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But I definitely think Rook in the Nameless has been probably the best of the Jedi to come out of there.
Yeah.
And I might add this too, like, I just forgot exactly what I was going to say. That's amazing.
Marco's getting old.
I'm getting really old.
We've
Been around a long time. He's seen civilizations born and civilizations crumble.
He may have, drank too much alcohol in his 20s. That might be a problem.
Too many beer girls.
I may have drank too much alcohol last night. It's boating season again, dude. What do you want out of me? What the hell? I know, dude. You gotta watch all the woo chicks.
Comic, what book? You mean like the novel? The novel came out like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. We're gonna review that, or
maybe.
Yeah.
If Marco can actually find a store that owns it.
Yeah, dude. That is the biggest problem. I went to 3 stores and they didn't have it.
And so it's not an audio book, so Marco can't even
usually if I can't find it, I just audio it. That's here's a great secret of how this works, real quickly. If I can't find the book, because the closest book that sells, like the bookstores close, a lot of bookstores close, so the closest place is like 45 minutes away for me to go to a bookstore. So I have to go to like Targets or whatever.
You can order online from Target and they will ship it to your house.
Yeah, I don't like that. I like to keep people employed, so I like to go.
I don't even do self-checkout. A different person employed.
Yeah, but I like to keep a higher paid person employed. Plus local. Buy local, buy often.
I get that, but when you try to buy local and you can't, maybe you have to
Target it. Pain in the ass too. It's another damn hate factor right there.
What's that?
It cancels shit on me all the time.
Like what?
I had some Boba Fett vintage figures coming out. They decided to send me an email at 3 a.m. that I have to
see. That's what could happen if I could have ordered stuff. Yeah, I'm not down for that.
So comic, we have the Path of Vengeance, which we have to review. Then next, at the end of this month, you have
we got to build something for next week.
You have the manga book that I'll read at least. I don't know if Marco will read the manga one with Arkhov and what happens there.
I'll read it. It's just those are easy.
Yeah, those take like 10 minutes, to read. So then you do have a long break for High Republic, but you have that Inquisitor book coming out this summer that nobody's excited about. So
yeah, but hopefully in the meantime the comics are going to pick up because they're all changing over for phasing. So
they got to pick up because if not, it's going to be a long.
But that's always like I always love it when people are like, oh, it's always it's a good time to buy. It's always the best for blah blah blah. It's like there is a time with Star Wars, especially with High Republic, when you see that come around to go down. Because you've seen it all the time. As soon as they take the break, which they do, their hiatus, that's time because they drop and people forget about for a year. Now, phase 1 books are going to be fucking popping by phase 3 because the majority of them are going to have an impact on phase 3 because we know that's going on. This was the question I had that I forgot that now I'm asking though, because they've stated before their philosophy in a lot of this stuff is much like how they see the movie franchises, how they do the middle story, which they're doing 2 here in High Republic. You're seeing phase 2 come out. Then you're seeing go back and do the precursor to phase 2. And then you're going to see them do the post-cursor to phase 2. Do you think they're going to do that too with Acolytes? Do you think that's kind of like the post-cursor and they're going to come back and do the precursor? Like, do you think we're going to get some phase 2 stuff? Because technically it's phase 3 stuff that's coming out. Acolytes post phase 3, right?
Right. I think they want to wait for phase 3 to be done. And then I do think we will get more stuff in phase 3 on TV. I think they want
do you think after phase 3, instead of, because there's not much room for them to go after phase 3 because you're going to bump up to New Hope. Do you think they're going to come back and do phase 2 stuff? Or do you think they're going to go back to phase 1? Because phase 1 can feed into phase 3. You can easily do that type of stuff.
Sure.
But do you think they're going to go and do Acolyte, and then when Acolyte's done, hurry up and pop over, and their next series, TV show, or movie is going to pop all the way back to phase 2, which doesn't sound that far because it's phase 2. But if you know the timeline, do you see what I'm saying here? Phase 2 is the earliest timeline. Phase 3 is the latest timeline. Phase 1 is in the middle, right? All right. So they're doing the movie on phase 3, or the TV show. They're doing Acolytes on
phase 3. Yes.
Yeah. Post phase 3. Do you think they're going to come back to phase number 2, which is the furthest away from phase 3, and kind of give the backstories on something?
I don't know. I think this is where.
Yeah, we don't know when Eclipse takes place either.
We don't know when Eclipse takes place, or if Eclipse even happens. Like, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not banking on it either.
I'm not banking on Eclipse right now until we learn something more about what happened with Eclipse. I think phase 2 characters are more interesting than phase 1 characters.
Okay, I'm not asking you that.
So I think that's what they will try to go back and tell those stories.
I actually think we'll go way back to a point where if the Acolyte really becomes a big success and people really gravitate towards that, I think they go back to phase 1, the original characters that we had, and they'll do some stories back then of when what's the name is young,
like Avar and all them.
Yeah,
I know you like.
Well,
Avar.
that would be pre phase 1.
Well, I'm talking about what's the name who's going to be in the Acolyte. What's the name? Going to be
Vernestra.
Yes.
Vernestra's an itty bitty kid. They can't go back any further.
I know, but I'm just saying. I think what they're going to do is they'll go back to that because it all depends on how this series does. Because we'll probably get an animated series. That's what they're going to probably do, an animated series of phase 1. And I don't think we're going to see phase 1 characters. The only way we'll see them if they show some flashbacks with this and that. But I think we'll see phase 1 characters in an animated series.
So I think we might see some phase 1 characters in
my
show in Nubs, because I know it takes place the same year. Like I wouldn't be surprised if we see Avar make a cameo in Young Jedi Adventures.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that could be. It could be possible. But you're not going to get the Nile. They're not going to show the Nile.
No, they're not going to show Nile. Well, you could just have Avar come and
they'll show Rhodey.
No, because of how kitty it is. They're definitely not showing Nile.
No, they're not showing anything dark, but they can show somebody like Avar and pop in and do a lesson thing.
What about Skier?
They're not going to do characters.
No, they're not going to do Skier. No,
it's going to be Avar or it's going to be Stellan or
Geos.
You don't think
it's not going to be anybody other than those.
You could be Man. You could have Man come in,
or maybe Vernestra when he's a little kid being like, "I just graduated."
You show Kiwi?
No,
no,
those are too dark.
Kiwi's going towards the dark things. If Acolytes work out, they're going to come back. You might have some Kiwi. You might have some Kiwi and Acolytes.
Good.
A court versus Nubs. You're going to get something like that.
Because if you have this girl that's going to be in the Acolyte, you don't think she's going to talk about the past? Is she going to mention something about the past?
I don't think you will see it.
No.
Because I don't think they're going to give you anything until all those books are done, and those books aren't going to be done when the Acolyte comes out.
I don't know. They might give you some stuff from phase 1. They might give you stuff from phase 2 too. That's how they usually do it.
Maybe, but they're not going to give you anything like that we don't know yet.
The thing is that phase 2, as far as like successful for the novels and the comics, that those two parts of their remember, they're looking at it as one whole thing. It has actually been very successful for them. It actually has. Like when you look at like the excitement level, everybody's excited for new things, but you saw a little bit die down of High Republic towards the end there. And then phase two actually, if you watch the boards, if you watch like not the boards where they're like Catherine Kennedy needs to be fired. I'm talking like the fan boards. Like there's a lot of push out on phase 2. Like a lot. Now, is that because phase 1 locked a lot of these people in? Yeah. But like they know that. If you don't think they look at the number, they do. That's how there's a lot of content creators that are Star Wars affiliates. You know what I mean? They know what they're saying. So like they're definitely paying attention to that. And that's why I'm saying I would normally think that phase 2 would just get passed by and nobody was going to come out of it. But the more I start looking at this and the more I start seeing it, if it is true that they're trying to do cross media, Why wouldn't you just go back? That's why it's so the storyline, although phase 2 kind of link it does link to phase 1, but there's definitely a different distinction in phase 2, much like 1, 2, and 3, sure, because Anakin turns to Darth Vader, links to 4, 5, and 6. But it's definitely 2 different point of views when you're looking at it story-wise. So
yeah, JJ, I'm gonna guess you're right.
oh, it did 100%. No book of the High Republic outsold High Republic #1, phase 1.
No, he's talking about novel. What the novel sold more?
Oh, I don't know.
I bet you it's close though. I bet you phase 1 sold more because I think the writers had more. Like Charles Soule's a bigger name than George Mann. But
yeah, but my thing is the drop off. I would have expected. I would expect it. You would expect a huge drop off with this, and that's what I'm saying. Like there isn't. You'd expect a huge difference of interest. I'm talking not speculation or anything like that. I'm talking like actual fan level reading interest, like how we're going to see people dress up and stuff. By the way, could you imagine if somebody dresses up as Lone Pop? How the fuck would you'd win cosplay contest?
Oh, hell yeah. I would definitely love to see that in coming in one of the cons. You know, look, her and freaking Afra. The more costumes, like I
we
said,
see Afra all the time. You already see Afra.
Afra's easy to do. Lone Pop, that would be really difficult.
Okay.
The feathers.
Right. But that's it. So like if you guys are seeing when you guys are going to your local cons, don't be a creeper. Don't be a creeper, but just be like, hey, Star Wars fan, take a picture real quickly. Send it to us.
I always tell that to people. I'm going to Philly this week, next 2 weeks, to the Fan Expo, and I always take pictures of cosplayers.
Yeah, I know, but you guys do it in a weird way.
I always ask them to go, excuse me, mind if I take a picture? Sure.
Dom just takes pictures of everybody.
Hey, listen, I got the thing, and I put them up.
No, he does. I've seen him do it before. He's very friendly. He gets out there. It's like, hey, nice costume. Picture. Either way, I don't know how to do it because I don't normally take pictures of cosmic players, especially. I don't
like when Marco took a picture with Padme, the Padme picture, and you took
a picture of Padme.
Yeah, remember? It was a guy dressed as Padme.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah,
that's awesome. When did I do that?
The picture when I went to Motor City Comic Con.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Hey, was it a good picture?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, there you go.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. Creepy to the cosplayer, not to the. No, yeah, I don't know how to. That's not my community really. So I don't like. I felt the first time I saw an Afra, I was so excited to see an Afra at Celebration, and I literally I was like, dude, love this character. Blah 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 blah. She's like, oh, do you want a picture? And it didn't even cross my mind to take a picture. I was like, no, I just think it's cool that you dressed up as. Why would I want a picture? You're not Dr. Afra. I didn't say that to her, but in my mind, I was like, you're not that fucking character. Like, it's just cool that you dressed up as it. And plus, at that point, I had a lot of Vader 3s. So, either way, cosplayers want you to ask them today. Do they, though? I'm just saying, I've seen some people ask some cosplayers to take pictures, and they don't even know who it is. And it's usually female, and it usually seems like a very creepy interaction. Especially the ones that dress up like they're dressed up with like
Darth Talon.
Oh, nice. Is that me taking a picture? Who's that?
I mean, if somebody's dressed up as Darth Talon, Dom's gonna be like, "Can I have 74 pictures with you?"
Nice, dude. Look at me. Yeah. Yeah. Look at the site. Look at that fucking costume. That's a great costume.
It was a great costume, but she did. You did a good job.
No, what I'm saying is you guys they're all over the place, but you always see like the Spider family. They're all dressed up in tights. And there's always some dude going, and it's only to the 2 girls. Like it's only to like Spider Gwen and the other. Hey, God, nice costume. Picture. And you're like, hey. Like, hey.
Well, listen,
That's all I'm saying.
But see, the thing is, if you dress in cosplay, you're asking for attention, so people are gonna want to take pictures with you. If you're dressing in cosplay, you're doing
Yeah, but I think
There's a
sometimes
respectful way to do it.
there's a respectful way. No, I get what you're saying, Dom. But when it's like there's 15 people dressed up in different Spider-Man things and they're all posing together because they all have their own pose, and you just walk up to the two girls and say, "I just want pictures with you."
Oh yeah,
and you.
Nah.
That's creepy as fuck, dude. Like that's super creepy, dude.
I can't wait to see somebody dressed like Lamb Pop. That'd be awesome. That'd be a really cool costume.
Dom, pull it off. You can do it.
Ask that guy. If I see that guy, come to Motor City next week, and if we see the guy that dressed as Padme, we can ask him to. That's what I'm saying.
I wish
those the costumes are amazing.
I wish I could go to Motor City.
Okay, look, that's why I'm trying not to talk about cosplayers because I don't know how to address them, right? Yeah, because that's what I'm thinking is like
you do know that you're not actually this character, right?
Yeah, like why would I take a fucking picture with a cosplayer? Like, I don't want to take a picture with you. If I'm like, if I want to take a picture to explain to people, so that's what I say to people that I take pictures of. I say, hey, I do a little small thing. Here's my card. Do you mind if I use your picture? I'm going to put it on the show. A lot of times they say no. That's what I do. But if you're a dude just walking around, I don't know. You can't say. I mean, you could say that, but that's kind of creepy too if you're saying that and you're not actually doing it.
Let's take a picture of your kids. But people do that.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I do because my kids like to go dress up, like they like to get their and they're like, "Can I take?" I was like, "Yo, dude, you can't know." Nah.
It's like people even get like offended, like with an animal. If they have a dog or cat, nah, I feel uncomfortable. Don't take a picture of my dog or cat. That's people do that, so it's kind of weird. It's not weird. It's just
so are people that bring dogs and cats into stores and to cons, but
yeah, they do. But yeah, people who have they need a CNI dog and they no. Come on. I was shoe shopping with my boy the other day, and I had both kids there, and this lady had a fucking Great Dane in the fucking store. Jesus.
And she's fucking walking it, and she walked back like 4 or 5 times and like stopped the dog by the aisle. We were starting, and I do it. Come on, lady. You're lonely. I get it, but isn't that why the fuck you bought the big dog? Get some peanut butter. Go be lonely someplace else. All right. I'm allergic to dogs. I don't need you over here. I'm trying to get the shoes on the kid. The kid wants every pair of shoes. I don't need every pair. I need one that works for the school, works for home. I don't need you stopping 8 times because they're the only 2 kids in the store, and you think, oh, they're going to say, hey, can I pet the dog? They know better. We've told them don't pet strange-ass animals, and definitely don't go towards people with animals, no matter what they say, unless you know them, okay? That's it.
Exactly.
That's how that works.
You got any Star Wars people coming to Motor City?
I don't know. Well, Dub's going to be there, but he's not Star Wars people.
No, but like
Ryan the Gray. Ryan, are you going to Motor City? I actually I don't even. I haven't had my phone on me all day because it's Mother's Day.
I know.
I text Andy.
Katie Sackhoff. Freaking John Carlos Esposito.
John's not coming.
And Anakin are showing up in Philadelphia Con.
You know who's showing? Yes, there's going to be Star Wars people there. You want to know why? Because you know who's showing up that's way more important and way cooler than any of them motherfuckers? Ashley XD.
No. Oh, she's going to be there.
Get some.
No Timothy, though? Timothy's not coming? Can't ask him about Thrawn?
No. Shit, I should send out a message to see if he's around. They should have got him. That would have been cool.
That would have been. He likes to do the small ones. He doesn't like to do the big ones. So he's a good one to bring in.
We should bring him to Great Lakes, maybe. Wait, nobody that draws. Tag me in a post. Maybe he.
Man, it sucks that I'm going to Philadelphia the same weekend in Rochester. Mark Austin's going to be there.
Oh, dude, that sucks.
I can't get there. Well, I was supposed to send something to.
Astro.
Fix.
Hey, they did a thing of for you.
What's up?
This is funny.
Astro.
What's up, Astro?
Yeah, Astro made a comic. He just drew a new comic. The 100 Million Genies. He did a Boba Fett cover.
Who did?
Boba Fett's.
Who did?
Astro.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. Well, you were asking something, and I'm trying to figure it out. So it's 100 Boba Fett's on a cover?
Yeah, it's like he drew the Boba Fett. Yeah, I'll show it to you right now. Look.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's pretty cool. Look.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, like the G. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm looking over because I know there was people there, and I'm just trying not to.
You got to get you got to get Katie Cook there, just right. She's from your part of town.
She's been there, but she's there like all the time.
Yeah, get her
I mean,
from My Little Pony.
I have a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, she actually usually does. She usually does the she's the celebrity guest to the cosplay contest.
Oh.
Who do we have? So we have two.
Yeah, I agree, JJ. Like, I've never seen one without the other. It is.
I know they're like they're friends. They're really good friends.
I know, but still, it's really creepy. How everywhere Ashley goes, Matt goes as well.
Is he here? Is Matt there? He must be there. That's what
he might be.
No, it probably is. That's what he's saying. I think. Well, you got to get your friend's work, I guess. That's how it works. Get your friend's work. Is he there? I don't see him on the list.
That's Dub says he's there.
Oh, Dub says Dub knows better. Dub's better like that. I'm not good with that shit. I just kind of show up. And let's see if Cook is going to be there. Hey, Dub, do you know if Cook's going to be there? I don't know. She's always there. Donnie Cates is going to be there. Just wait till he starts writing Star Wars. Jesus. He's a nice guy. He's a kid.
Donnie Cates, he'll make it epic, and then it will towards the end. Because most of the stories that people write, the story is great, the substance is great in the beginning, in the middle, and then the end. It just look at the Hidden Empire. Hidden Empire figuring the whole
that was all bad.
Crimson Dawn figuring story came to an end.
That was all bad. Like, I had high hopes up the first comic, because the first comic wasn't complete trash, but 2 through 5 were just trash. They were.
Of what?
Hidden Empire.
Oh, Hidden Empire was fucking garbage. That was too long for. Oh, wow. Some of these people look interesting.
I heard Freddie Prinze Jr. is coming. Double Trey said,
Mark will get his autograph. Yeah.
No, yeah, that's one guy I'd like to talk to. I'd like to have a little chat with that dude. That's one of those guys.
You can't talk all this shit about Star Wars and then show up at a con to sign. You just can't.
No, dude. You definitely, when you're like, I'm mad that I made money doing cameos.
If you're drunk, then you can show up anyway because you
did see what he said, right? He was doing cameos as Kanan, so he was getting paid $150 to do a Kanan cameo, like in the voice, and he's fucking pissed now about it. No, you aren't pissed when you were spending that money.
You get those freaking booze. Those booze are spending.
Yeah, you aren't pissed when he was buying you that Bud Light, were you? No, sir. Bought you a 30-pack off of it, didn't you?
He'll only sign Scooby-Doo memorabilia. He won't sign
the fuck out of here.
It's probably true. He had 24.
What's the name of his wife that everybody keeps saying?
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
I don't want to look her up because if I look her up and then I don't think she's attractive, then I'm going to say it publicly. I don't want to say it. What's her name? Sarah what?
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Get her?
Get her.
G-E-T-T. Get her done?
G-E-T-T. According to Ryan, Freddie Prinze was at last year's Motor City Con. You missed it.
No, he wasn't. Was he?
That's what Ryan says.
Oh, shit. I didn't see him. Why was he there?
Was he there for Kanan? Was he there for what were they promoting?
There's no way he was there. Which one? Yeah. It's Gellar. G-E-A. Oh. Huh. She's in Scooby-Doo. Oh, she got her husband a job in Scooby-Doo, huh? Yeah. I see how that goes.
Hey, remember, she was Kendall and All My Children.
Well,
no, that's not
what was that movie that she was in?
She was in.
I got them all right now. Cruel Intentions.
Cruel Intentions. Yeah, that was a good movie. I like that movie.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh okay. She was a very attractive young lady at one point. Yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. It looks like she got her husband a lot of work. There you go. That's what she does. Okay. He was there? Really?
You missed out. You could have had Kanan signatures.
Oh, no way.
They're not going to. He's not going to sign it anymore.
Time out. Which one was he at? Was he at spring show or was he at fall show?
Fall. I said fall.
Bullshit.
You sure he wasn't drunk?
Sure, I wasn't drunk.
No, him.
I'm not sure that you're ever not drunk.
Wasn't that the one you took the picture of me posing with a male Padme?
Yeah, the Boba Fett guy. You were drinking. You drank a lot that night too. Went out.
Oh, I drink a lot that night. Yeah,
it was good.
I drink a lot of nights. Yeah, we drink a lot.
When Baltimore Comic Con, we went to
Baltimore Comic Con. I drank a lot at Baltimore Comic Con. I drink.
Marco drinks more in one night than I drink in a year. That's just
you ain't lying. Baltimore, because I flew and I was just shipping everything out in too. I mean, a lot of people say they do it, but I flew first class, got there, went to the con. I was on the con floor every single day. I was there early and late.
I'm telling you, man, me and my wife had a blast.
Yeah, it was a good show. We should go.
I'm going to go back. Asking if you're going back this year.
We are going to Baltimore again. Jedi might be going.
Yeah, I'm going.
Jedi wants to come to Baltimore.
Dude, it's so dirt cheap to fly out. First class is dirt. Like, I think it was like $325 round trip first class.
Yeah, that's cheap.
Well, fuck, wouldn't you do that? I ship shit back, or I have my friends drive it back for me. Because like, there's so many people, there's so many vendors I know and stuff that are driving back. Or they're drop shipping. Why wouldn't I do that? I can just put their shit in the drop ship. They don't even charge me at this point. Like, it's crazy, dude. No, dude, I'm telling you, like, it's actually more relaxing now too that they don't have on-site grading, because when it was on-site grading, it was infuriating for us, because it's like it was too much about, that's what sucked. It was too much about business, right? We were like, we're calling the insurance company and reinsuring. Books are coming back at erratic fucking paces. You know what I mean? And then it's like, once we get the last one, we're just like, the car's driving around outside so we can dip out. And it's usually we're dipping out at like not getting home till 4 a.m. So, because you don't want to hold all that stuff. Where are you going to hold all that stuff? You can't hold it. Yeah. Your insurance company's like, look, dude, you have a 24-hour waiver on this shit. And you're like, yeah, okay. We got one guy in the back going through the back light on, calling the insurance company, sending in the pictures as we're doing it with the statements. Like, that's fucking bullshit, dude. Last year, blast. Flew out, overloaded my shit, sent some stuff back with somebody else, got to hang out with everybody. It was good. So, yeah, I'm doing that. I'm 6 a.m. We're going to Baltimore. I think the one that I have circled on the calendar too is Gem City. I enjoy it. I'm a little bit disappointed because they're moving venues there, but that Gem City is like it's like a old guy dealer con, right? So if you're in with some of the old guys,
so it's like get off my lawn con.
Yeah, kind of like an insider thing. Not everybody goes. It's small, big, right? It's a medium-sized show, but it's really like, because a lot of the dealers get along, they put on the show, people leave stuff for that show. So it's stuff you'll see that you don't see at other shows. Like you're seeing the stuff at New York Comic-Con that people bought at Gem City for cheap price and are charging up 10 times for you over there. That's where they're getting their stuff. It's one of those type of cons. So it's a real good, cool con to go to. Who's Gem? This is the problem. I don't know who Gemmin is. I have no clue who it is. Who was the one guy? I was like, there's this guy that was wearing Kylo Ren. Oh, don't tell me, because you guys ended up telling me who the guy was. The guy was somebody. I don't know if it's Gemmin or somebody else. But I was saying, dude, this guy's walking around in these Kylo Ren pants and blah, 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 blah. And somebody's like, hey, by the way, just to let you know, that guy was somebody. I was like, yeah, I didn't know. That's when I met that nerdy girl kid. And she, I didn't know who she was either. Like, no clue. I'm oblivious to that type of stuff, though. Like, I don't.
But you know what?
Do I travel west? Not anymore with the kid, because I like to spend. The problem is travel days, right? And going out to the west. If I go out to West Coast, it's 4 hours for anything. It's 4.5, 5. We're like Baltimore. It's an hour. Like, I'm back at reasonable fucking time so that I don't lose 2 more days. If I travel out west, I lose 2 more days. I know it sounds weird like that, but when you travel, there's like the day in, day out stuff. Where Baltimore, it's like Black Cab picks me up. By the time it takes me longer for the Black Cab to pick me up than it does for me to fly back home. You know what I mean? Even if I go to the Carolinas, it's shit. You know what I mean? If I don't, Florida, I'm done with fucking Florida. I'm not flying to that motherfucker anymore. That's a bitch of a place to get in and out. I might as well fly to
You're going to go in a couple of years when the celebration's there, though. They're going to make you.
I'll drive because fuck that, dude. You can't fly out of that motherfucker.
Celebration will be in New York City.
It will not. Years. It will never be in New York City.
Why?
Never. I'm sorry, Dom. It's too big. They don't need to do it there. They're not going to do it in New York City.
New York City, man.
I get what you want. I get you want it there. It's just not going to happen.
I don't think they're going to do it in New York City, dude. That's not typically worth it.
No, not going to happen.
Yeah, that doesn't seem.
You can have it in Madison Square Garden. You can either have it in Jacob Javits Center. You build.
Yeah.
The problem is there's no place to park. There's no place to drop their stuff, and it would cost them way too much.
It would cost.
I mean, LA was expensive though.
You don't think Tokyo? You don't think Japan is way too much?
No.
You don't think Japan is more expensive than New York City?
Not for that. No.
No.
Not for the deal they'll have arranged out there. No.
Yep.
Do it in Georgia. Well, no, fucking Atlanta's. Fuck, you can't do it. Where the fuck are you gonna do it in Georgia?
You can't do it in Georgia.
Can't do it in Georgia.
What about Canada?
No, Toronto is a good place to have it.
Not anymore. No. You can't afford to do it in Toronto anymore.
Really?
Yeah. They might do it in Vancouver. On the West Coast. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Vancouver. You can't do Toronto's not like Toronto used to be, guys. It's just not. It's just like Miami's not like Miami used to be. Same situation in Toronto.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hard part about going to Baltimore. Flying out from the West, it's just
you can't fly out there from the West. I know you West guys can't fly the fuck out there. We can fly out there, which is
like someplace like Kansas City would be the easiest place if we wanted to do something like that. I don't know if Kansas City's con's any good, but
I hope it
you can get to Kansas City in an hour, probably an hour and a half.
No more California.
Kansas City's Kansas City's less than 2 hours.
Kansas City is an hour and a half for me, so like that would be the central place.
Kansas City would be all right.
What about North Carolina, South Carolina?
We can go with Carolinas.
Carolinas.
We can go to what's the con out there?
West.
I was supposed to go out there last year, then I had to redig.
I'll be out there. I should be in North Carolina. Helping my cousin move.
What is that? No, it's not. I almost said Astronomicon. It's not. Is it Awesome Con? Heroes Con.
Heroes Con.
Go. Yeah, but he can't get out to Heroes Con.
Why can't he?
Dude. You know how long of a fight that is to Hero? That'd be like us going out to the West Coast.
Oh, yeah, 5 hours.
Yeah, but you're gonna have layovers.
But we got kids, dude. You can't be doing that.
Can't.
Even direct flight, they fucking start moving. Dude, this is the problem too. Your direct flight, if you book your direct flight, they put in late. It doesn't matter. They'll let you book the direct flight. Then a week before you're supposed to fly out, all of a sudden you got 2 fucking layovers. And from here, you know where they fucking lay us over? Minnesota. What the fuck does Minnesota have to do with going either to the West Coast or fucking out to the bottom of the East Coast, the Southeast Coast? Nothing. Dude, I came back from fucking Carolina. They fucking took me Carolina, flew the fuck over Michigan to Minnesota, flew the fuck back out to someplace on the East, right in between. So it must have been Virginia. Oh, Virginia. They flew back to fucking Virginia and then dropped us back at home. What the fuck was that? That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't.
Yeah. That's why it's got to be someplace like Kansas City.
And no offense, but I am cheap. I'm not dropping fucking $3,000 to fly out to the West Coast.
No.
It ain't fucking worth it, dude.
It's not worth it.
You know, $350 to fly first class to Baltimore or to the Carolina. Go ahead.
I'd definitely do the Carolinas. I love the Carolinas. You know, my wife's.
I love the Carolinas too. That's where I went to grad school. I went to school at Duke. I love the Carolinas, but not like I can get there easy.
Yeah, I know.
That's just the reality.
Yeah, the flights suck. Yeah, it is. It's 2 days of fucking wasted time. Like, I can't afford that, dude. Like, that just fucking sucks, bro. It's fucking horrible. And then to carry, I mean, because, you know, I try to make sure I don't miss shows. So to carry all the shit with me to do shows, like, that's already, you know, and you don't want, they fuck around with you in the fucking line. You know, it's like the time, oh my God.
I mean, that was even hard for you for Baltimore, because Baltimore, it isn't that much wasted time, but you still have hard to carry all your stuff with you.
Coming out of Detroit's fine. Baltimore, coming out of fucking Baltimore, it's a shit fest. It's a shit fest. You're not that fucking important. Like, get over yourselves. They're rude as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, at least out here, they're rude to you when you deserve to be rude. You know, like, if you get your shit out of, don't have a bad day. Because if you go their bad day face, yeah, they're going to get on you. But if you're like, fuck it, I understand. You don't want to be fucking me taking my shoes off. I don't want to be taking my fucking shoes off. Let's just get this over with. They're cool. Baltimore, they're screaming and like throwing shit at you. The TSA over there. They're like, you.
Hey, Ryan,
what the fuck are you doing?
Ryan said, Texas. I wouldn't be surprised if it was in Texas. Texas is a big place.
Yeah.
Texas would make more sense than
Texas is shit to fly out for us too, though. Texas is becoming shit to fly out. You can't fucking fly out of Texas. The only person to fly out of Texas is their fucking governor, so he can go on vacation while the place is fucking flooding.
I'll be in Texas in August.
No power. That's the only fucking person to fly the fuck out of there.
Frank, dude, that would the Cypher game from the 90s. That was the game. That was the game. So I mean, you say the 2000s, the early 2000s, but even before that, when it was.
He's got to be watching. He's probably watching the beginning of the show right now. You're probably talking to somebody who's watching the beginning of the show, not the end.
That's right. He is. Yeah. But no, that was the best card game for Star Wars that there's ever been. No doubt.
Oh, you're in Carolina, Drew? Nice.
Yeah, no, I went to Duke, so we have some good little rivalry going there.
That's right. Hey, this is what ask Dom. This is how I am in Baltimore, just like this. This is where I look for it.
Oh, yeah.
That's the other thing. Getting older now, I can't keep looking for the way. I can't just keep doing what I'm doing. No. I gotta slow down.
You gotta slow. There's no point to. You don't need to. You put in your work.
Oh, I enjoy the shit though. That's the problem. I enjoy it. Yeah. All right. So this has gone too long talking about Baltimore and other shit. We'll see you guys all next week. Oh, no, we'll see you on all the wonderful shows we have. Make sure you guys are checking out the new shows, the great stuff we have going on. SNS has got a great format going over there. They might be going through a name change too. Wink, wink, nah. We just got a new show on Friday. It looks like it's a hit. Make sure you check it out. It's got Dom, Sticks, and Jedi Johnson if he comes back from suspension. Listen, it's enough, guys. Enough of these. We're not going to be doing this. We're not going to be doing the sexy robot, sexy Ewok thing, okay? I don't want to hear about it. If you go sexy Wookiees next week,
and believe me, you want to make a calendar. You want to do a freaking holiday calendar.
A swimsuit edition holiday calendar.
Jesus.
I mean, get out of here. Bikinis and thongs only, he said.
I know. We make fun of all these people, and then you're doing that. Like that's gonna be a long-term suspension if you don't.
Long term. You might get 2 weeks. I'm going to debate 2 weeks on that. He might get 2 weeks. All right. Number 2. Make sure you check out all the shorts, all the tapes, the thumbs up, give us the subs, give us the likes, and have a good week. And if you're in Motor City, do remember this. If you're in Motor City, just hi, how are you? My name's Marco. What? You can introduce yourself with your name. It's okay. I don't bite. All right. We'll see you all later. Oh, wait. I'm the one hitting the button. Pete's not here.
You are. You're it.
I gotta stop suspending people, dude. This is not.
The thing.
All right, we'll see y'all later. Thank you for everything, guys. We'll talk to you later.